Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Dark reporting for your Saturday evening stream. We got a great guest this evening, and we are about to get it started. Let's make sure that everybody that's coming in here, we got all you beautiful people that have been waiting. Thank you so much. It's great to see y'all. John Kimball, Joe Morris, the GD Bacon, CK1, Farmer James, always farming, Flying Rich, Adam, what up? What up? All y'all, I'll make sure I'll say what's up to everybody when I come right back. But I'm getting ready to introduce our newest guest. Just please enjoy the corniest intro video possible that I now have decided I'm never going to change. Okay, now I know what you may be asking. Like, Dark, that's not a Magpul beanie. Like, what's going on? It looks different. It almost looks like there's something underneath your beanie. What's the deal? And I'm going to display that to you all in a moment. Make sure that everybody in the chat here can speak in great detail about the dinner that they had. If you haven't had dinner, then share with me what you would have liked to have had. And I'm sorry about your unfortunate life. So let's go ahead and introduce our guest. A lot of you guys, I know a lot of you guys watch him because I be lurking in his streams, and a lot of you may not know him. You're gonna sub to him tonight because he's the ish. So introducing Smash Time.
That's not too corny. I liked it, man. It was all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the music. It's just the like it's that like video that and I bring it up all the time. We've only ran it a few times, right? But it's kind of like the video that like the substitute teacher plays like before reading Rainbow, right? Like
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of after school special-ish.
yeah, it's like, introduction to home economics. Have you ever had a difficulty scrubbing stainless steel? Well, not. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be kind of infomercially. But Smash Time, man, welcome. Great to have you on. We've discussed having a co-stream several times and finally got one scheduled. Let everyone know who you are.
Well, I've been doing this YouTube thing for about a year now, and I do ammo runs. I do gun reviews, content reviews. I do a live stream. I was doing it twice a week, but that's a little too much. I'm just gonna stick to strictly Thursdays starting in March, and just having a
Nice.
good time, man. Learning all this gun stuff along with everyone else. Just having a blast.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah. And is that the same piece that you've had up on the wall there? That looks like a different one.
No, I try and change it up once in a while.
Yeah,
I
because you
just
had that 22 AR up there for a while.
I had the 22, I had the BB gun for a minute, I had the Ruger for product placement.
Yeah,
And then
you had the 1022, right?
yeah, and then
Yeah.
I just bought 2 weeks ago and I'm waiting to get it. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it's a screen accurate representation movie prop.
Ooh.
And I'm dying to get my hands on it. It's going straight up on the wall.
Okay, let me ask this, and I won't ask any follow-up questions. Is it a comic book movie?
Of course.
With Smash Time, it's nothing else.
Yeah. I know. Everyone's like, "Hey, man, it's funny you mentioned that earlier when we weren't live, how everyone's kind of plain Janing their backgrounds out and just putting up like maybe a shelf. And
Yeah,
come on, man, that's just not me. I got to have
yeah.
comic book stuff. I sold my GTR, so I'm probably going to retire my GTR plaque.
Really?
Yeah.
That's memories, bro. How could
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Time to move on, man. New
Yeah.
goals.
Nice.
New goals.
P80 Ralph says, bro, stop playing that intro. I know, but I find the humor in it, man. I find the humor in it. Opie, Sport Brand, Flying Rich, the GD Bacon, CNT Designs, JC9, what's up, brother? Key ASC, Love Machine. I love reading that out loud. Toy Town, what up?
For a minute, I thought Flying Rich said, yo, Smash Time. Hey, honey. I was like, honey? God dang, Rich, we're not.
Hey, honey.
Annie.
He always says, homeboy, when I call. Like, he doesn't say, hello, this is homeboy. Hello, how are you, homeboy? He's like, homeboy. Um, DLD is secretly Tim Pool. No, actually, it was cold outside today. Okay. And here, this will be a little product placement for y'all. Well, product usage. But it was really cold today where I am in Alaska, Virginia. And I was like, I need to be prepared for the cold, right? So I went outside, right? Of course, I had my heater, but I also was like, you know what? I need to do something a little special. So I rock this. Got the it says dark on it. Got the
Oh,
little cross
nice.
right there.
You look like a Christian
Protected with
mugger. Nice.
only the Lord's armor. And shout out to Toxic Patch Co. Toxic Patch Co. Actually, Zach with Toxic Patch Co. actually sent that to me as a gift. And it's so important that nowadays, we wear a mask for compliance. So I just figured, kind of two birds with one stone kind of thing.
Right, right.
You
So
know,
let's talk about Toxic Patch Co. So
sure.
that guy, he makes patches for people in the industry, right?
Yeah, he has a manufacturer, and then he basically distributes them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't actually personally make them. But I will say, looking at all the other patches, like I can almost like tell when. Let me see. I had some of mine sitting out. Otherwise, they're in a box like 4 feet from me, and I'd have to take my headset off again. Here's one. So here is one of our patches. It's a long story. It would take a little while to explain that, but if you could just imagine someone getting X-rayed, there are a lot of stories behind this, real stories, and it also glows in the dark too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they do crazy stuff like that. Our logo, the DLD Kim light up there in the top right hand corner. Yeah, I got one here. Ooh, get that bad boy out. Oh, come on. That's stuck in there. Hold on. So this is the one that he did for our blue Kim light. I
Oh, that's cool.
also,
Does that glow in the dark too?
it does, yep. And it glows kind of bluish, so it's even cooler. I also had a viewer send me a back plate for a Glock with the Kim light on it, and I found out that 2A 3D print lasered it, and he lasered it and color filled it and all that. Like it's super cool. Christian Gress, what's up, brother? Robert Ribbit. Oh, look at all these channel members. This is beautiful. So that MGB situation got me feeling weird. It's crazy how it happened out of nowhere like that. I know, brother. I know. PWEDC patch, bro. Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, we'll hit on that. I mean, there's no information, but we'll hit on that. So yeah, so you do Smash Time. You do reviews. You do live streams. What made you start a channel? Because you're what, a little over a year into it?
Yeah, I'm just about I started in December 1 of the previous year, so like the end of 2020.
Okay.
And then I ran all 2021, and then I guess it's like a year and like 2 months. So I had started this channel as a joke. My son wanted to smash up a car one day. He was on his 5th birthday. He woke me up and he goes, "Dad, can I smash a car, a Hot Wheel?" I'm like, "Why?" It's because I just always wanted to smash up a car. I'm like, all right, it's your birthday, man. So we went outside. I gave him a little 5-pound weight, and he smashed up a car. And I called it Smash Time. Threw it on YouTube. And then a couple years go by, and I started doing like car meets and stuff. And I would put hours into editing. Like if you look at my first couple of videos, they're all car meet videos, and I put like so much time and effort into reviewing them and the editing, putting it together, and nobody watched them. No one gave a shit.
Yeah.
So I did about 3 months of car videos, 4 months of car videos, and I got like 40 viewers. I'm like, this blows. So
Yeah.
December 1, I was at Academy waiting in line, and my wife calls me. She goes, "What are you doing?" "Waiting in line to buy ammo." She goes, "What kind of loser waits in line to buy ammo?" And I'm looking at like 50 people. I'm like, "Well, there's quite a few of us losers here."
Yeah. I'm not the only one.
And she's like, "Well, why don't you make one of your stupid videos about that?" Fuck it, why not? So I made a
Yeah.
video, and then 1,000 views in an hour. I'm like, get out of town.
Dude, it's nuts, man.
And then shortly after that, I mean, I got monetized by January 1. I was monetized, and I had like 4 or 5,000 subscribers
Well, within like a month?
within a month. Yeah. And then by the end of
Bro,
February, I got 10K.
that's crazy. So people are now, timing couldn't have been better, right? Because
Yeah.
5 years ago, people weren't doing ammo run videos like that. Like it's well as much, and I think that it's grown into like such a necessity. Like everyone is like, ammo dried up for how long, and then when it was available, it was just crazy
Right.
expensive.
Right.
I was actually encouraging people to stop purchasing ammo. Like, guys, pull back. Like, don't, like, if unless you absolutely need it, like just stop. Because
That's never going to happen though, because someone's always going to buy it.
yeah, if it's
And if
not
you
them,
don't
it's
buy it,
someone else.
they're going to buy it.
Yeah,
And if you have that luxury, man, that's awesome. But
yeah.
that was definitely a niche, because like those first couple of videos I did got 30, 40,000 views. And then I think the one from February, just people still watch it, and it's at
Mm.
365,000 views.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that people find it fascinating to see like not only ammo availability prices, but they're looking for like different geographic areas. They're like, okay,
Exactly.
I'm in Florida. What's ammo like out here and out here? If you guys go and I'm sure you've done this, and if you just search on YouTube, ammo run, dude, thousands and thousands and thousands of videos. But it's basically the equivalent to saying like typing in like eyeshadow makeup or like
Yeah.
whatever. Like there will be a never-ending list of videos. Um, let me stop real quick for a second, guys. For everyone in chat, and I don't, I haven't been reading everything, but Marine Gun Builder was the one who like taught me how to build 80s. And then I've been able to go out and teach others how to build 80s, who have been able to go out and teach others how to build 80s. Through this, I've been, on the channel connected to other people that are in the building community. And like we've create an additional kind of, community through this. And like that wouldn't have happened if Marine Gun Builder did not have his videos. And I don't know. So if we are going to talk about it, we just got to make sure that we speak respectfully. I know, we bust his chops and be like first time quality and you know blah blah blah, and yeah, we make fun of the stuff he says, but no matter what, he was still a contributor to the building community. And what they're doing, regardless of if you like him, agree with him, it's the same situation as CRS. They are trying to clamp the hose on information. They don't want the information out there
Yeah.
for you to be able to go on and watch a video for half an hour and learn how to crank out an 80. They don't want you to be able to print STL files that equip you with the same thing. They don't want, like, they're trying to take out, and I don't know what happened. I'm not saying this. I'm more so,
Wait, can you recap
making.
that? What happened to this guy, Marine Gun Builder?
We don't know. He built a massive community over years and years and years. He's put so much time, energy, effort, money into, building his platform on, well, building his community on several different platforms. And out of nowhere, he just literally killed everything tonight. So his YouTube is gone, his Instagram is gone, his forum. He has a private forum that is like for building, where everyone comes in and contributes to each other. It's actually a pretty dope place with a lot of great troubleshooting. Um, but I will say, P80 Ralph's channel kind of made that forum obsolete. Oh, just kidding.
But you
So
know, I mean, I
he
tell you
shut
what,
everything
man, maybe
down.
it's family motivated because
Could be.
what if you're doing that kind of stuff and it's not against the law, but it's it's tiptoeing around some things and it's drawing a lot of negative attention. What if the wife said, "Hey, man, you just need to knock that shit off"?
Yeah, yeah, it could be.
Could
It could be
be.
that.
'Cause look what happened to CRS. I don't watch CRS. I really didn't like his show. I mean, it's
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Um, but what if he saw that and like, dude, I got a family. I can't take $100,000 lawsuit. Let's just
Yeah.
hang it up real quick, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been, and for some people mentioning this, like, yeah, I'm not saying that anything happened to him, right? I'm just saying that, like, whatever it was that made him, it appears to be that he pulled the plug. I don't know if that was influenced by somebody. I don't know if he was forced to. I don't know whether that's family, wife, an organization. Like, I have no idea. Like, I'm just saying he pulled the plug, right? Like, yeah. it- Martin Kaminsky says wives and feds. Yeah.
Well, the thing is too, it's like there's a lot of people in the gun community, and I know a lot of these guys are like, "Oh, my cold dead hands, I'll
Hmm.
fucking die on this hill." No, if they show up at your house and they got their guns pointed at your little Susie, you're gonna hand all your shit over for most of these guys. I
Yeah.
know a few people like my brother, cold dead hands for sure, but I
Yeah.
say 1 out of 10 gun people will actually take it to the grave. Most people
Yeah.
were like, "Hey, you know what? If they show up at your house, 20 cops deep, got their guns pointed at your wife, you're just gonna hand your shit over."
Yeah.
Most people.
Yeah.
Me, I want to go out a martyr, so come on with it. I would love to be the first one to go out like that.
And that's it. The show's over, folks. I'm just kidding.
I love it, man.
No, I mean, honestly, like, it's true, and it seems to be that most of the people that are out there saying it as often as possible, right? Like, are
Right?
likely the ones that are not going to be doing it. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying, like, I don't want to make it sound like, we're like, whatever, like it's a call to action or some shit like that. It's not. It's just that every single person has a different line in the sand, and it's up to you to make that decision. And whatever happened with MGB, man, his videos were gold, and his videos inspired so many other people to build. They inspired so many other people to go out and make channels. And like you saw, Petey Ralph was like, man, that was my mentor, right? Like, so just all I ask is that if you guys do speak about it, I can't control you. Like, you guys say what you want, do what you want, but I'm just asking to just be respectful about it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Whether you agree with him or not, because it is the information that they're after. Again, I'm not saying they did this to him. I'm just saying that it's the information that they're after. So whatever happened, it's this is the outcome that they want. And whether it was caused by them or not. John Crump Live, thank you for the super chat, brother. It says, I love Smash Time's music.
Oh, he calls me Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth, that's right, he does. He brings up the fact that you have an excellent song.
It's what's funny is the first time I met John Crump was at the IV '88 event, and he didn't even know me. And he's like, "Oh, Smash Mouth, I like your music." I'm like, "Who is this guy?" Walking around with his little microphone and stuff. And then
hmm
he's cool. I like John Crump. He's all right. He's an all right cat.
He's an all right guy.
What's up
Hold
with
on.
Flying Rich? Wah wah wah.
Gerchop, you're so hilarious. Yeah, but there's no evidence that the government wants to just take your gun. Hold on. To just take your guns for no reason. Okay. Yeah, why would yeah, there's another conversation. If you want, we can dive into it, but if not, we can just kind of continue on the track that we were on.
We'll talk about whatever you want, man. I like being on other people's show because I don't have to do any research. I just bam, let's go. We talk
You do
about whatever.
research? Shit. Somebody I
Oh,
was I was actually on with a Black Diamond Guns and Gear on 7/6 Tuesday, and yeah, everybody you know enter one thing to show Gerchop you know um, that there may be some potential evidence. Um, Ralph, I'll hit yours in a second. Oh snap! What was I going to say? Oh well, I'll just hit Ross real quick. Sorry. Hold on. What were you just saying a second ago? I got sidetracked.
No, you said 7.6 Tuesday, and then you trailed
Oh
off.
yeah, yeah. Sorry. So 7-6 Tuesday, and they were like, "Yeah, man, like it takes so much to run a channel and all this and that and research and show prep." And I was like, "What's show prep?" And I was partially joking, right? I was being facetious, but like, you know, I even when I have a guest, like, it's I like having casual conversations. Now, yeah, like when I had, Brandon Herrera on and like James Reeves and some other folks, like, even Johnny B, like I cataloged some questions up here, but like I've never like written things down on a piece of paper or like taken
Yeah,
notes.
well, I so I had one of my very first ones go completely south. It was an okay interview, but
Mhm.
I would ask a question. So, how do you feel about this? I like it, and that's
Yeah,
it. He would just stop, and then I'm like, well, what do you feel about this? Gunner here, it's okay. I'm like, damn. So
yeah,
I ran through every question I had in the first 15 minutes. I'm like, shit, what do we talk about now? Because I'm out, man. I'm out. So now I make sure that, like, if you were to come on, I would go and I would piece apart your first probably 10 or 15 videos. And then
hmm
I would go down and see what thumbnails pop out. And then I would go every other video. I put like about 2 hours in
Wow. Okay.
at least. And then, at least just
Yeah.
to figure out. But then again, everyone I have on, usually I've already been following for some time.
Yeah, yeah, I will say like if it's not somebody that I already follow, because same kind of thing. Like when I have somebody on, I've had interactions with them or watch their stuff or find them on Instagram and kind of connect with them that way. So I kind of already have like an understanding. But for the people that I've had on that I just like don't know, um, I will definitely go through and like watch their stuff and. Um, one of the dudes that I had on that was just like a blast. Hank Strange was fun having him on, but
Yeah, Hank was cool.
yeah, yeah. Um, um, oh my God, his boy, uh, dude, how am I drawing a blank? I keep getting COVID brain. You gotta forgive me. I got over COVID recently, and I get these like crazy ass like brain farts. Kevin, Jesus Christ. It was a dope ass stream.
It was dope. I forgot him.
I forgot him. I completely forgot him. Dude, oh my God. Kevin,
Kevin Dixie.
Dixie, Jesus Christ. Sorry, man. I
I didn't
was
even know
like,
who you're talking about, but that's the only Kevin
I was
person
like,
I know
cup,
that's do that.
cup, cup. What's the cup? What's the
Okay.
little cup? Jesus. I had Kevin Dixie on and man, that was dope. Babyface P, yeah, Babyface P, man, he's a monster. Um, yeah, I love Babyface, man. He's awesome. Uh,
Babyface is cool, but he's always looking like here.
yeah,
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 that
yeah,
drives me nuts because I'm like, hey, hey, over here, over here.
yeah, yeah,
He's like this because his monitor is this way, and he's typing and he's researching stuff as he's saying it. He's
yeah.
a real fun to have on though. He knows his stuff backwards and forwards.
Oh yeah, he's good, and he is totally into like the
Night vision.
conspiracy world. Oh, night vision
Oh,
too. Like,
he's balls deep. He is
dude,
balls deep.
we have gone like down some trails that have like, ooh, yeah,
Oh, do you
it's.
want to talk about the Illuminati, Bilderberg,
I,
Bohemian Grove?
I
What's
mean,
up?
we could go to pretty deep places on this.
Yeah.
Go,
What blows me away is how much Alex Jones has gotten right. Like I used to listen to
yeah.
him as a joke, like 10, 12 years ago. About 14, 15 years ago, he used to come on to this show called George Norrie, and it was called Coast to Coast. It was an old radio show, came on real late at night.
hmm
And Alex would come on before he blew up as a guest talking about all this crazy stuff. And I
hmm
would listen, I would do my data entry, and I'd crack up. I'm like, this guy's a nut job. Half the shit he said back then is true now.
Yeah, yep. I mean,
And
we've watched it.
it blows you away. Yeah, they're taking you to a pedophile island and they're getting you, they're blackmailing all these politicians. It's like,
Yeah.
nah,
And they're all in black robes and they're worshiping an owl, and you're like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
a
You're like,
ceremony of care and all that. Yeah,
and the frogs. God bless the frogs.
yeah,
It,
he is. I
Yeah,
miss them.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty nuts how the world that we're in right now has come like it has evolved from this place of like nothing like that would ever happen. Whoa, why did it just go to one viewer? Did we just get kicked?
Oh no.
Did we said the AJ word?
No.
Yeah, somebody in chat let me know. Whoa. Okay. Did you see that?
What?
It went down to one viewer, then went back to 40 in like a second.
I didn't see it. I can't see the viewer count.
That's crazy. Hey, you should be able to see it bottom right hand side.
Mm-mm.
No? What about
Doesn't.
now? What about now? What
Uh,
about now? What about now? What now? Oh, click on do you have the comments rolling?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's odd. Um Live. Thank you, Ralphie. I see 42. The lizards are in the chat. Oh, they always are. Thank you guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he used to talk about lizard people too, man. And who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Man, I've
What's crazy is last year the government came out and said UFOs exist and we
yeah.
don't know what to do about them, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
It didn't even make Pig 6. No one gave a shit.
You know why? Because it's like so I look at it like this, all right?
Doesn't that freak you out a little bit, knowing when the government says, "Yeah, there's UFOs. We have no idea how to.
It
They're just there."
does, but over the last 2 years, kind of what I was getting to was that we went from a place of that will never happen to nothing will ever surprise me ever. Like there will be nothing that someone says that says like that makes me say like, wow, I never would have imagined something like that could occur. I'm like, oh, somebody did X, Y, and Z, and they took out X amount of people, and like, yeah, like I could see that, and I don't know, I nothing will surprise me. Anything can get reported. Anything can get confirmed true. The UFO thing for me was like I see that as a red herring for them to take an opportunity to say, "Hey guys, don't look at this. Look over here. To pick a
Right.
card, any card."
Well, take
Um,
the Las Vegas shooter for instance. So when I was at Shot, every time I took a cab, I asked all the cab drivers if they were working. One guy was his name was like Mustafa or something, and he
mm,
goes, "Yeah, I was working, and I saw all of the shooters." And I was like, "Come on, man, that's just a rumor." And he goes, "I don't know.
yeah,
I could hear gunshots from like 4 different directions." I'm like, "You
there's
sure it
been a
just wasn't
few
echoes
people.
like they're saying?" And they're like, "No."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like thinking of like the terrain. I mean, there would definitely be echoes, but I could hear. So in some of the videos, it sounded like
Multiple shooters.
yes. And then there were interviews with people that have since disappeared. The interviews have disappeared. I'm not saying the people have disappeared. There were
Probably them too.
interviews. Yeah, probably them too, right? They're hanging upside down somewhere by their toes. And they it just happened again. It just flashed again. This is crazy, dude.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Say you're crazy and you're gonna go,
I'm crazy.
do that kind of thing in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I'm not that good. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Why would you take so much stuff with you? There's no reason to do it. So everyone's like, "Oh, he was a gun salesman. He was an international gun salesman. And he was setting up a showroom for some people to come in and check out his stuff." Because that would
Yeah,
make more sense. Because why would he have 30, like what, 37 something rifles?
dude. And I'm saying like top of the line MPX, MCX, like
Like if
y-
I was going to do that, I would probably bring 3 for redundancy. And
yeah,
then if you can't get the job done with 3, you're horrible.
yeah. I mean, the thing is like, they say like he was extremely wealthy. Then they also say he had some debt issues and gambling issues. I think it was uh, you
Patsy.
know, yeah. I also think that there is nothing more damning to the firearm industry and to the community than to show those pictures to people that don't know guns, understand guns, and to know like there would be absolutely no reason ever that anyone would would set up like that. Like if anything, you would take your stuff and stage it at different. If you cared about living, right, which he didn't, but if you cared about living, then I, I don't want to say. Basically, it could be possible that one would stage firearms at different areas to, create an opportunity for escape, right? And he
Right.
didn't do that. This was a pile of guns that were specifically exactly the type of firearms that they are looking to go after. And just really quickly, John Crump Live, brother, thank you for the second super chat. He says, the frog thing was true. So I'd like to learn a little bit more about that. Thank you again for the super chat. Lovely, love you, Bill. CNT Designs and Arms. Thank you for the super chat, man. How would a bumpy stocky be worth it or work on a bipod? They said he used
Exactly.
bipods. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If you've run bump stocks, if you've run binaries, if you've run FRTs, and that cadence doesn't run like that. That sounded like a 240 Bravo, like what, what, what. That wasn't like what, but like like uncontrolled spattered shots where like you lose your rhythm or you lose the cadence of, like if I lose the cadence of my binary trigger, you'll notice it and be like, oh, that's not a machine gun, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
That too.
so
And why did it take so long to get to his room? And they only went up one flight of stairs. They left the whole back hall stairway completely empty. Now, if
yeah,
SWAT is going to go up, SWAT doesn't half-ass it like that. They cover all the exits.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
that hotel, which I've stayed at before, you
yeah,
know,
I've stayed there as well.
so there's on the end of those hallways, there's two stairs and there's the elevators. It just didn't make any sense, man. Not at
Yeah,
all. You don't need how many rifles? Let's Google it. How many rifles did he have?
if I'm not mistaken, it was like in the 40s. Like in the time frame, the cops did a good job.
47.
Dude, I was about to say 47, but I was,
That's ridiculous.
yeah.
There's nobody would do that. And when they showed a few pictures of the room, you see how they were all set up like they were on display.
If it was a belt fed, yeah, it looked like it was like a like cartel like gun room, you
Like
know.
somebody come in, I want 25 of these and 10 of these. They
Yeah,
said he was a spook and he sold guns for the feds.
yeah. If it was a belt fed, there would be links everywhere on the ground outside of the hotel where the window was broken. Yeah, and inside as well. No, I agree, but I guess what I mean, I probably shouldn't have been that specific, but what I meant was it sounded like an actual machine gun, right?
100%.
If in a crazy world where nothing is off limits, if people wanted to ban bump stocks and they said, hey, you know, we'll pay off all your debts, we'll set your family up with millions of dollars and all this, your life is falling to pieces,
Oh, well, here's an addendum. There's 24 guns found at the hotel. 18 found were at his house and 7 in his other house in Reno. So yeah,
okay,
24. But even 24 is such massive overkill.
yeah, man,
You would
like
never do it. You wouldn't risk being caught.
yeah, I mean, he was just rocking luggage in, luggage out, luggage in, luggage out, so it didn't look super suspect.
Why
But
would
I
you?
mean,
Yeah, you wouldn't do it. You'd be focused more on ammo and magazines.
no solo person would ever move that much shit for this one thing. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that it was set up. Judas Priest, what's up, brother? Uh, no, just enjoying the stream.
What finally took me over the edge is when Epstein killed himself and the cameras mysteriously turned off and the guards were mysteriously on break and then now the guards are gone. They got disappeared. Come on.
So, Kimball, I agree with you. There
No.
are videos, even on this platform, of people dumping mags with a bump stock without skipping a beat. It's not impossible, man. I agree, and I agree that same thing. Like I could run my binary to a point where, like I've had RSOs come up to me and be like, let me see your tax stamp, and they don't know because once you get that cadence right, and once you you get enough time behind it, you're going to run it effectively. Um, well, so Gertrude, these are only conspiracy theories if they're proven incorrect, right? So, supporting evidence, we're talking, theoretical things.
Yeah, absolutely theoretical. And every conspiracy starts with some amount of truth.
Yeah.
It's just how much they warp that truth,
Let me
or it's
see.
proven, or it's proven.
Troubling figures. This is from Catalyst, Feminism Theory, Technoscience. Troubling figures. Endocrine disruptors, intersex frogs, and the logics of environmental science. A piece done by Duke University. Look at, oh my God, bro, the frogs are actually gay.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
crazy,
Gay frogs.
bro. Bro, that's crazy. Not normal. Testes. Wow. Uh, Thank you, John. I'll review that. Thank you, Mr. Crump. Can't slip anything past that guy. I want to make sure too. We want to create something for all the channel members at the end as like a rolling credits to honor all the channel members. So YouTube is weird. I can't find a place where it lists who the channel members are. It's the most bizarre thing. I may need to
Yeah, you
continue
can.
looking into it. You can? I couldn't find it.
So you go into. Actually, I'm gonna do a channel member list also.
Fish
I have
Kanye's.
like 5.
Guy was an illegal arms dealer. Hold on. Seemed CIA. The other guy found in his contacts did a murder/suicide with his handicapped daughter. A lot of papers went found destroyed hours before he was going to get raided.
So you go to your studio, you go to monetization, and then click over to memberships, and it should give you a list of all your members.
Oh, dope. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to work with one of the, at this point, I may as well call him the GD producer of the show. Um, you guys are awesome, man. For those out there that support, come out in PLA. What's up, brother? You supported a lot. Dean Chenamemba, my man. Judas Priest. I just truly appreciate you guys, man. There's I don't know, times like with everything going on, man, everything from yeah, we don't need to get into the crazy, but it seems that people that talk about the types of things that like CRS and Crump and even myself, a channel as small as myself, that people are being targeted. And a build event was targeted yesterday. Did you hear about that with Rob Pincus?
Mm-mm.
So I'm trying to look at this from like the 30,000 foot view, right? If I was the, let's say, the director of the ATF or leadership in the ATF, I would be looking at this as like, not just like how do we get, firearms out of the hands of civilians, or like how do we stop these 80s, or how do we stop like the ghost gunners or whatever. I I guess what I'm saying is like they would look at this and be like, this is cultural. Like this is a cultural thing that we can't just like stop, right? Like radical leftism is cultural, even though the whole like right and left thing I think is fake, and it's made to divide us and make us focus on each other more so than the government and what they do. But I mean, if they're looking at it like, okay, culturally, we can't really break past this. What can we do? Well, the only thing we could do is stop the flow of information. Okay, so what's needed? We need to double in size. They came out over the last year and said the ATF is going to double in size in field agents. The ATF is going to double their budget. The ATF is going to take your 80% firearms. The ATF is going to take your pistol braces. They've threatened suppressors and other things like that in the past. Then the ATF arrests the auto keycard guy who didn't possess any machine guns, in my opinion. Then obviously they arrest CRS, and it's the same kind of shit. Then they're misappropriating funds, and they're lying and pay, like all these things are coming up. And then not only are they appearing to go after influencers, they're going after 80s. Like, we know this. They've openly said this. Now, Rob Pincus, who is, I would consider him an influencer, he was on that show on the Outdoor Channel, The Best Defense, for like nearly a decade. He's, huge in the community. He teaches self-defense classes. He's a firearm instructor. He's an 0702. He's, he does it all in this world, or in the firearms world. And he was going to host a build class today. This was yesterday. And the ATF contacts the building that's going to host the event, not the host of the actual class, the building. And they say, this is potentially illegal. And we want to know if Rob Pincus is going to personally be there tomorrow. So dude calls Rob Pincus. Rob Pincus is like, give me the name and information of that specific agent. So I think this was smart, as opposed to like hiding and just saying like, cancel the class, we're not going to do it. He calls the agent. He catches him at his desk. Like, he's kind of surprised him. And he's like, yo, this is Rob Pincus. I have a build class going on tomorrow, and for educational purposes. And I understand that you're looking for me. And the guy's like, he totally caught him off guard. And
Yeah.
he's like, hey, we're going to do this class. We're not going to cancel it. And I wanted to have a conversation with you to make sure that we're doing things legally, like 100% above board. So he had a conversation with the ATF on how to do it properly. And the craziest thing, and then I'll pass over to you. I'm talking too much. Sorry. The craziest thing is that there was a ruling that said in January 2015 that says, if there's a build event, it could be a build party, build class, or whatever, if you use the host tools or somebody else's tools, that is a felony, and it is as if they straw built the firearm for you, which is nuts. Like, if I went over to like my buddy's house and borrowed his Dremel with the intention of building a firearm, that would be a felony. So now they have to actually set, well, I don't want to say now, because that would, infer the wrong thing. But so the proper way to do it would be to sell tools at the event. And then if people choose to keep them or sell them back or return them or whatever, then, that's up to them. But it belongs to them. I just found that to be so bizarre. But my point to bringing all this up is that from the 30,000 foot view, this does seem to be an attack. And, Gerchop, like you mentioned, Hoffman Tactical, what? Brother, that's crazy to see you up in here. Dude, huge fan. Like, you're the shit, bro. I watched you on Crump Stream, and yeah, you're awesome, man. I don't know how you got here, but I love it.
What does Hoffman Tactical do?
So Hoffman Tactical actually literally designed, and I'm almost positive from the ground up, and I'm gonna mess up because I've heard so many different ways to say it. The Uber, he designed a very unique AR-15 lower that is 3D printable. And
oh, really? That's cool, man. Does he have he has a YouTube channel?
He does. And it is so strong that he does a push-up test on it. Like, that is his test. He literally does like 25 push-ups on the magwell. This dude is, and he's a kid, dude. He's somebody that
he looks young.
Yeah, dude, mad props. Yeah, dude's awesome.
Oh, cool, man. I'll check his channel out.
Yeah, like, dude is awesome. So, and those are the kinds of people that we need. And sadly, I believe those are the kinds of people that, they're after. Because if people like, it's not the Uber, it's the Hoffman lower, which is a unique design. Oh, okay. All right. My apologies. I'm not a printer. So, My bad. He's 20. Yeah. Yeah, and I probably
He's
shouldn't have
still a
said
kid,
kid.
man.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 44, man. So half my life is over.
Yeah, I know, right? Like how many summers you got left before your physical body expires? You got 40 summers left, dog.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy to think of it like that. There was I forgot who it was. It was a yeah. But if they are taking law-abiding individuals and arresting them because of their reach and taking all of the laws and rules like out of the window, and they're saying, you know what, it doesn't matter if it's a machine gun, the FRT, the WOT, and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. Rate of fire determines if it's a machine gun or not. So you know they're going to throw their own um, rules, out the window and say, okay, this is a machine gun. We're coming after it. So add that into the whole list of shit that I gave, and then go after, law-abiding people,
Yeah.
arrest them. What's going to happen when all these other, if they got, the top 20 content creators and arrested them, what message would that send to all the other content creators out there, and how terrified would they be to even do a video of like plinking with a 22?
Oh yeah. The government owns the internet.
Mm,
Now, if you think about it, if the government goes in one day and just shuts off YouTube, that's going to kill a huge amount of people that just get into guns, because most people that are just getting into guns now, really, they learn it off of YouTube and they say, man, that looks cool, man, or video games. And they're like, then they go
yeah.
on YouTube, what is an AR-15? And they learn there's a million videos like, oh, that's really cool. But I'll tell you, probably half the people I met in 2021 that were just getting into guns said, hey, maybe I should get a gun. I didn't know. And I went on YouTube and I learned all this stuff about guns. But if they shut that off tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to cut off a major deal. But, on a bigger scale, if you go against what the government wants, they will get rid of you. Look what they're doing with Joe Rogan right now.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan was thought to be absolutely untouchable.
Like number one in the world, like the guy for
10 million
podcasts.
views almost, monthly, daily on his stuff. He's gone, man. They're taking
Yeah.
him down. They've already deleted a bunch of his old videos. Now he's a racist. Now,
Now
what
all these other
kills me,
people are trying to cancel him, and
is all these fucking nobodies that were on his podcast. All these people that he built and he created, that he gave a platform to, all these washed up comedians he revitalized, all these professors, all these people he made famous.
mm-hmm.
Crickets, man. Fucking
Yep.
crickets.
No support
Where's
because
all
they're
his friends
terrified
now?
of what? This is the same thing. Sorry.
There's zero.
Yeah. The support doesn't exist because they're scared. The thing that would stop, people in the building community and whatever, the thing that stops them is fear of incarceration, right? Because then their life essentially um, cease to exist aside from the physical life, right? Your
Yeah.
whatever. You lose the house, the family, the wife, the kids, and all that shit. um, that fear is what keeps people from doing illegal things. Like, I don't do illegal shit because I don't want to go to jail. I got a family. I got, a daughter. I got
Right.
a business. I got, it's too much at risk. So if we're looking at like those same people, right? Well, I'll back up. People in the 2A community may in the future, when that hose of information clamps and they say you will, even if by doing something legal, you
Right.
will get reamed. People will be terrified to put out info. Information cease to exist. STL files may cease to exist. Like it would have to be a covert op to run a printer one day. Who knows where this would bring us to? But the purpose of me bringing this up is to say that it's the same thing when people are like, "Where's the support for Joe Rogan?" The fear is stopping them from coming out and saying something, because fear of them coming up and standing up for him, the fear of being canceled, the fear of losing your job, the fear of losing your livelihood, the fear of being publicly shamed. That's
Dude,
what's
I'll tell
stopping
you
them.
right now, when it comes to morals and ethics, I'll walk away from this shit right now. I'll give up YouTube tomorrow No one's
Hmm.
gonna make me go against my priorities. I could give two shits about YouTube.
Yeah.
I got a family, I got this, but you know what? If it came between picking one friend and standing with one friend or YouTube, peace out, YouTube. I had a
Yeah.
great time. Do something else.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's always more goals, other avenues to go down.
Yeah.
But this doesn't pay my bills by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh yeah. It never will, and well, not never will. It takes a lot to achieve that
I
that.
really have no interest in making YouTube like a full time gig, man.
Yeah.
Like I have a cool day job. I meet cool people.
Hmm.
It's not exactly labor intensive. I do outside sales, so
Yeah.
like do lunches. It's cool, man. I dig the industry I'm in. I dig the people I work with. I have a great boss, awesome company. Um, Shot Show was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do want to hit on that too. And Gerchop, Thomas Darnell is one of us, brother. I don't know if you just haven't seen his name. Um, Although I will say, for everyone in chat, I believe this individual, the dude, is anti DLD, and I may be wrong, but it's a possibility that some of your comments have led me to believe that you're anti-dark and anti-DLD. Don't want to stir up any drama, and mods don't like ban him or anything like that. I mean, I don't think
Who's this now?
this guy, the dude who, like, he hasn't been causing a problem or stirring up any ruckus. People just kind of ask, like, it's weird. It's like one of those small dive bars where, like, if someone walks in, all the regulars are like, "Yo, who's
You
this
ain't from around here, boy.
guy?" Yeah, yeah. So it's just funny. Um, and the dude, I'm just sharing, an observation. No, I may be completely wrong. Often in life, I am wrong, but y'all do your thing. Um, but yeah, so you went to Shot. This was your first Shot show.
Yeah, first Shot Show.
What'd you think of it?
That was phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. I got back with so much good footage. I deleted a lot of this stuff because I didn't know I was taking so much footage, and I'm like, wow, that could be used as blackmail. That could be used as blackmail. So to get rid of it, I just deleted everything, man. I made my 4 little videos, and then I just chucked the rest. I'm like, man, some of that stuff needs to stay in Vegas. It was so
Man,
much fun, dude.
yeah, that's I don't know. Some of that content you could have clipped some stuff out, posted some clips. But dude, I'll tell you, like, you do deserve to be celebrated about a recent achievement.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You recently had somebody very special on your show. And what I've found is, don't say his name yet, but so, having like Brandon Herrera on the show, like, we got to learn a lot about him that he doesn't convey that stuff in videos typically. We got to learn a lot about James Reeves and those other people that I mentioned. And it's just cool having people like that on the show, because there's their personality when they're doing a video, right? Like James Reeves is like, oh, we're going to talk about a Glock 19 because Glock 19 is the best gun in the world, and da da da.
Yeah.
And then we have him on stream, and it's like, I mean, that was not an impression of him, just saying. But I learning like who they are, what they did. Like Brandon Herrera was blinded in one eye for a year because an accident with a blank firing handgun.
Oh shit.
Like no one really knows that he had a channel like years and years and years prior to starting YouTube, and it was a stupid small airsoft channel and all these cool little things. So when I see like people that you generally see with a personality, with that entertainment type, and then you see them just chilling, talking, just kind of giving information, it's
Right.
cool to learn about them. So anyway, I'll kind of move it along to say you recently had the Black Rambo
Oh yeah.
on your show.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's coming to Houston tomorrow. We'll probably meet up, get a drink or something, or go get some food. He doesn't really drink,
Yeah.
and I started following him like 2 years ago because he was on YouTuber I follow religiously for like 10 years, Flossie Carter. And
Yeah, I
that's
remember you mentioning that.
my tech YouTube guy.
Hmm.
And he was on there, and I'm like, man, this guy's a gun guy. He's doing YouTube. That's crazy. And so I started watching him. I'm like, man, he's such a entertainer, and he fills that niche.
Hmm.
And he's very, very good, super humble. But even, in the interview, I tried to get him to go off center a little bit, and he still said, hey, man, no, let's give them love too. And I was like, man, it's real, because I tried to test him a little bit, and he
Yeah.
bounced right back with just a real comment. So he's a pretty genuine guy. I got to talk to him for a little bit at SHOT, and then on the phone a little bit, and then he came on the show. It was cool, man. He is really cool, dude.
Hell yeah, man. I saw that. And Tech Money, what's up, brother? Good to have you in here. Man Against the Masses, Too Many Choices, John Rice, Martin Kaminsky, all you guys I didn't get to say what up to. But so I actually saw, what about High Yellow Rambo? I actually saw that moment when you were like, yeah, a lot of other people have come out and,
I was trying to get him.
yeah. And, um, I think it was after the conversation of the full auto Desert Eagle. And he was like, yeah, but you know what? Those people, they got to come out. They got to do their own thing. It's good for
Right.
them to make a channel. And I was like,
He's
damn, like,
genuine, man.
yeah. And that's the shit that we need. Like I have people hit me up all the time and emailing me like, yo, Dark, I got this idea for this video. I got this idea for this short, and you should do this. And you should. I was like, dude, great ideas, great video. Why don't you start that? Why don't you do that? Why that came
Right.
from you? Like the inception of that, that whole idea came from you. Go drop a video on your channel. And I have this like sneaking suspicion that a lot of people have this desire to start a channel, and 90+% of people will not. And the
I don't know
other
why they don't.
9%
I'll
that
give you a
do.
great example. I'll give you a great example right now. Today, I had a conversation. My buddy, his wife is really into flowers and plants and horticulture and all that. And he has two beautiful high school daughters that all help out. I'm like, why don't you guys do a channel about that? Because if you look at that content, it has zero shelf life, because you're always going to know about an azalea. You're
Yep.
always know about this flower. Flowers never, it'll never go away. Some
Hmm.
of those flower YouTubers that just go to Home Depot and look around the aisles get millions and millions of views.
Dude, it's
And I
nuts.
told him a year ago, you should start this, because your wife is super knowledgeable. They have this badass patio with all these very rare flowers and plants. No.
Dude, so some of our streams that have gotten like great views, great engagement, even if it's not the most like views, great engagement, were like soil health, learning how to farm bees,
Right.
how to, go to a raspberry bush, splice a cutting, and then grow an additional raspberry bush somewhere else. Rich and I talked about cloning dragon fruit for like 2 hours, and do you know what the number one hobby is in the United States to this day? It may have
Gardening.
changed. Yeah, gardening. The number one hobby in the United States. That's crazy. I
Yep.
think I think number two is firearms with nearly 1 billion transactions since 1968.
Yeah, but if you take that, just horticulture in general, and I was
Mhm.
really big into that in high school. I used to do a lot of like flower arrangements and all that. Fun fact. And it crosses all the lines. It's super popular, and it has like, I do an ammo run video. It's good for like a week, 2 weeks,
Yeah,
3 weeks tops. That kind of stuff lasts forever, you know.
yeah.
And he could be absolutely rolling in the dough, because like, just half-assing YouTube, I made probably, I think it was like $9,800 last year from YouTube, just
Mm.
goofing off, just under 10 grand in 2021.
That dude you're talking about, the gardening dude.
Oh no,
Who are you talking about?
no, like my buddy Robert. Like, I told him that he should have started a channel a long time ago. But if
Yeah.
you go on some of these channels and just look, and they make a fortune.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you have a video that's 2-3 million views, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, 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 man. And I mean, especially if you're doing something that you're passionate about, like I love this shit. Like, yeah, every now and then like drama pops up and you're like, man, this shit's stressful. Like, but I've never like not wanted to come down and stream or not wanted to drop a video. It's just that like other things get in the way that, prevent me from doing things at times or, make me tardy or whatever. What's up, Thanakis?
I got a funny Brandon Herrera story if you want to hear it.
Yeah, lay it on.
So it's the final day of SHOT Show. It's
Hmm.
about 2 p.m. and I'm walking in, and he's the only one I didn't meet at show that I wanted to meet. I met everybody else that I had on my list, man, every single person. And I was like, man, I'd like to say what's up to him, get a picture or something. And so as he's walking out with two guys, and he had the look on his face, he had dead eyes, like he was just done. Fourth day, 2 o'clock, he's walking out just exhausted. He
Yeah,
looked tore up. And I was like, man, I don't even want to bother him, man.
yeah,
So he said, what's up? I said, I'll get that picture next year, bro. He goes, thanks. Yeah. He just kept on going.
yeah.
He was wrecked. I felt so bad for him because
It's
I
tough,
felt
man.
like shit.
Dude, I went to shot in 16, 17, and I was in Vegas. Was it 18? I was in Vegas during another one. I think it was 18 for another event, but I had a company get me in, basically. That's how I went every year. I used to work at a 0702, and I sold guns for 5 years, but I did it on the side. Like I would work there like part time on the side because I got a like crazy discount. I was getting shit for stupid cheap, like the AAC SDN6 308 suppressor that when it came out was just like flying off the shelf. Couldn't keep them on there.
Yeah.
Every time you walked in there, that little glass thing or plastic thing that holds it was just empty, and it was 1080, 1089, something like that. I got that shit for 525,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, it's just stupid cheap. And because we would get things at basically cost or like 0 to 12% above cost depending on the item. And got one of those SIG 556 SBRs, little 10-inch piston driven, kind of like if an AK, an MP5, and an AR had like a crazy orgy and somehow there was a baby that came from it, that is exactly what would come out from this craziness. And man, like I love that. And that was going for 2,500 at the time. This was not too long after the old hook of Sandy's, and
Yeah.
I was going for 2,500, and I got it for $1,000 off, and that thing is still running like a champ, man. I haven't changed a part on it. I have thousands, probably 6,000, 7,000 rounds to that thing suppressed. Like, it's a beast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, SHOT Show was really cool because I met so many. Like, I just use it like Dan, the firearm guy, was like, hey, man, like I had meetings with Ruger, SIG, and Springfield, but then they all backed out. So I had like zero on my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I PSA. But I was like, man, I got nothing to do. I had no one to see. And he's like, look, it's your first show. Concentrate on just meeting people and having a good time. I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I had the wife with me. We had the best time, man. It was just networking, goofing off. I had a bunch of friends because I'm from Los Angeles originally. I don't tell a lot of people that,
Yeah, dang, I didn't know that.
but they come in. They found out I was in Vegas, so a bunch of those guys came in, and we just had the best time, man. It's so much fun. It
Yeah,
was a blast.
it is a blast. Like those, I mean, those times I had out there. Like, imagine, like, so you saw like how fun, how exciting, the energy in the room, how overwhelming it is. Imagine it being like 3 to 4 times larger and being like elbow to asshole with everyone. And
Yeah,
like
that
my
would have been fun.
dude, it's draining. It removes energy from your body, but that moment when you walk up to the booth and they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Boop, because they're scanning to see if you're important or not. And it's funny because my first year there, um, I didn't realize that it looked like I was a distributor. My second year there, I was media. So the second year, people did not care about me, didn't give me the time. But the first year, bro, they were all on my nuts. Like Yeah, sorry. But anyway, so you saw the survival couple. What's up, man? Thanks, man. Um, you saw the Jackal, the PSA Jackal.
Yeah.
Okay, I have been waiting for that thing for since the moment that it came out. I was like, I'm getting one, no matter what I got to do. If I have to, like, sell, my like left pinky toe, like I'm going to get one of those things. What were your thoughts? Did you get to handle it? Did you just look at it?
I just looked at it. It looks cool. When I finally, I talked to PSA on Thursday, so I'm already
Mhm.
2 days in, and I have an allergic reaction to fragrances, and
Oh,
so
that's right.
the plane ride there, man, some guy in front of me was just dunked in like a cologne, and I could feel it. My eyes started stinging, and I lost my voice. I was throwing up blood. It tears me up, man. And
Yeah,
by the third, fourth day, I couldn't even talk really.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's tough, man. That's
But so when I got to the PSA booth, I wanted to do my own, videos. I wanted to do a whole bunch of shorts and videos, but then I just let Josiah talk the whole time. So I was like, dude, I
yeah,
can't talk, bro.
yeah. Um, Too many choices asked. What's a PSA Jackal? Imagine an AR with like an 8.5-inch barrel, initially in 300 blackout, but they also have a 5.56 version
Mm.
that has no buffer system. It's piston driven, a foldable brace. It's basically an $800 Sig Rattler in a way with a longer
That's a good way
barrel.
to put it. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, thank you. Come Out in PLA says Shot will go the same way as the Global Gaming Expo. It too peaked and missed a year and came back a fifth the size and pretty much stayed there. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be ebbs and flows, especially in the
No, I thought Shot Show was perfect this year. And I talked
really,
to a ton of vets that have had, 10, 12 years at Shot. They
yeah,
all say the same things. Like it's so much better. They got so much more done. It was
hmm,
still a good crowd. It
yeah,
still had a pretty decent hum. It wasn't anything like before because I would watch those earlier videos and some of those guys are shouting to get the audio done. I didn't even
yeah.
have to use my mics or anything. I just used my cell phone and just took video and had a good time. But
That's
I I,
huge, man. That's a game
I
changer.
like it like that, man. Like if it stayed like that forever, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. See, like my first shot, I met Arlie Ermy and the dude from Full Metal Jacket, the drill instructor.
Yeah, I met him
He's
at uh the NRA show.
Oh, nice.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's since passed away,
Mhm.
but I it's funny because I that same weekend I met Arlie Ermy and Dog the Bounty Hunter, and out of those two people, guess who was an asshole to me?
Probably dog.
That's what a lot of people guess, but no, Arlie Ermy was like the first split second that you know, came up to him, he was walking. I could tell he was walking with somewhere that he had to go. He had to be, and I was just like so blown away to see him because like it's Gunny, And I came up and I was like, man, Gunny, man, I like just doing the whole like, like slobbing on his knob thing. Like, man, I've been like a fan of yours forever. Like, not only did I watch you in da 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 da, but I also watch you in these shows on the Outdoor Channel. And man, like your energy is great. And he's like, dude, I gotta go, man. I was like, can we take a quick picture? No. I was like, fuck. All right. I see Dog the Bounty Hunter actually at a hotel in Paris, and he was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, I'm in a hurry. I got somewhere to be, but I gotta go." And I was like, "Dude, can I just get one picture with like me and my boy?" He was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And he was like, "Fuck it, let's do it." And we just did a picture, and I was like, "Man,
Nice.
like that's I don't know. You see like these people that build a following, and they end up in a way regretting it. Like imagine not being able to go anywhere. Like even Alex, AJ said, Like, oh, I'll go out and I'll be getting a gallon of milk, and someone will come up to me and be like, ah, you ruined my life and you did this to me. He's like, I don't know who the fuck you are, lady. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, God, like the gift and the curse of just being
That
out
comes up a
there.
lot, man. Like I talk to some of these bigger content creators, and they're like, you really find out who your friends are because you
Hmm.
suddenly have a lot of friends. And so I was in the Fast and Furious thing for a long time, and I used to get a lot of free stuff, free rims, free hoods, tires, whatever. I had tons of sponsors, and I did SEMA a couple times, like 4 or 5 times, and
Yeah, I
then
don't think people know how into the racing and automotive world you were. Like people that may not follow you or may not follow you as
well,
much.
I had a rice rocket. I was gonna buy a car after high school, and it was either gonna be a Honda or a Ford Escort, and
Oh,
so I just bought a Honda, and then I had a bunch of friends get into that, and then my best buddy at the time was part of like the #1 car club in California. I mean, all up and down the West Coast. I mean, they owned it. And then so I got hooked in with them. And you have to put in a lot of work. I mean,
yeah.
car clubs today are just kind of lame. This one, it's called Techna. To be a member and stay in, because you just don't automatically you're a life member. You have to have a
Mhm.
major upgrade every 6 months to your vehicle, either a
Dang.
complete sound system, rims or tires, full paint job. I mean, there's a reason. Like, if you ever heard of a Import Tuner magazine?
Yeah, the magazines they're all over like Borders and
Well,
like
so Import Tuner, Super Street. There were like a lot of we had in 2000 and 1999 and 2000. We had 17 front covers on those magazines.
damn.
So we crushed it. Like we were the #1 on the West Coast, and all these other car shows followed the West Coast. So we were just nuts.
Yeah.
And I got really into that. But I had all these friends in the industry, man. When I was giving out all this free stuff, when SEMA time, I was giving out tickets and these tickets to car shows, and I would get rims and tires all the time. I would just give out my old set because I
Hmm.
hooked someone up, and as soon as I got out of it, man, all those friends, a lot of them just went away quick, and
Disappeared.
then you realize how it is. And it's the
Yeah.
same thing with the gun stuff, Like I gave out a whole bunch of red dots and everything, and I get a lot of my friends stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
expect it. I learned my lesson the first time. It's like, hey man, if I can help someone come up, if I can help another content creator, I'm in that position where I can help them. I'm gonna try and raise them up with me. Because
Yeah.
you never know. Like tools and targets. I'm so proud of that guy. Like I found him when he was like 600 subscribers, and I'm like, this guy's going places. I brought
Hmm.
him on the show, and I said, man, just keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna be the best. You're gonna pass me pretty quick, and I think he's gonna pass me probably this month or next month in subscribers.
Nice.
Phenomenal channel, man. It's straight up guy. Talk to him all the time. Straight. I love that guy.
Hey, one of the mods, if you guys could do me a favor and share Smash Time's link in chat, that would be awesome. And if you guys don't subscribe to Smash Time, you have to. It's a must. He's got awesome content, great videos. I mean, the streams alone are a reason to to hop in there and just kind of you know he's always got something fun going on, but also the people in there are awesome. Well, because we have a lot of cross viewership as well.
A
A lot of
Honda
folks
person. That's funny. GD Bacon was like, not shocked you're a Honda person. Hey, I still drive a Honda.
here.
I have a Honda Ridgeline. It's my fourth Honda Ridgeline. I love the ugly dash. Everyone calls it the Honda El Camino, which makes sense because I really like El Caminos too.
Yeah, yeah. El Caminos are dope, man. I don't know if I would ever get one, but I appreciate them. I'll say that.
Yeah, I would love to
Supra.
get one. I would love
Hey,
to.
did a new Supra come out?
Yeah, it's not a Supra. It's a piece of shit.
It's basically a Celica with stickers on it.
It's a BMW.
What?
Martin Kamansky, when Fast and Furious is going to have a pimped out RAV4. Actually, fun fact, I did the neon on the Fast and Furious cars.
No shit.
Yeah, the Civics. I did the
Right.
Civics, and then I helped fix the Supra because they kept breaking the front bumper on the Supra. They kept cracking. Because back in the old days, kids, they didn't have LED strips for neon. They actually had
Yeah.
neon tubes filled with gas that would break all the time. So every time you hit something, or God, they broke that. They broke those all the time.
I remember there
Super
was a few
street
cars.
glow.
Yeah. Street
That's how
glow.
I got.
Yeah.
That's how I got into SEMA. Because I
Oh,
was the
nice.
poor kid in the club. Like I couldn't afford a lot of stuff, so I knew I had to get the SEMA.
Yeah.
I had to get something. So I bought a brand new car, a Honda Accord, and I'm like, man, brand new. I took it from the dealership straight to the body shop for a custom body kit. And I'm like, I can afford the body kit, but I can't afford the paint job.
Mm,
So I reached out to, I did the neon,
yeah.
and then I got hooked up with Street Glow. And I said, hey, man, do you guys need a car for SEMA? And they're like, not really. We have this truck because the guy running SEMA had an ugly ass truck he would take everywhere. And it was, oh, it's
Mhm.
horrible. I go, no, man, imports, let's do another car. I got this car. I just picked it up. It already has, so I lied. I go, it already has a custom paint job. I showed him a picture of it in the body shop. It already has all this stuff going on. And he goes, okay, cool. We'll give you a sponsor. And they give you that
Damn.
paper saying you're sponsored, you're going to SEMA.
Hmm.
And I'm like, great. So I took that to everywhere. So I had Falcon tires, Zanetti rims, um, all kinds of stuff. Man, it was nuts. You take that anywhere you want, and people will just here's free stuff to put on your car. Just add
Damn.
it to the roster. It was cool.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's honestly, it's really similar to, when you get to a certain level in the firearm world, like I remember the first like thing that I got, and I was like, whoa, like they sent me something without asking me to say something good about it, And yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't imagine at a larger scale. And like you hear these stories, like a lot of people like I'm by no means a fan personally. Like I don't watch like Demo Ranch's videos anymore. When he was like, on the ranch, like putting in work with those 12 gauges, and when he was I kind of just phased out of it. If you like him or not, you love him, you hate him, whatever.
Oh,
Um,
Matt.
yeah, yeah,
Well, it's his thing. He appeals to a younger crowd too,
yeah, for sure.
and he's probably one of those guys that can't even walk to the bathroom because
Yeah.
people will just annihilate him for autographs.
Yeah, I mean, and like, dude, he's like been open about where he is. He's shown literally his house from a 360 degree. Like, I mean, people in that area are gonna know like
Yeah,
where that
you know where he
is.
lives.
Yeah. And I mean, then he's like, yeah, I'm a vet. Like, hey, so he's been totally open, and it's so he's not like trying to hide or anything, but at the same time, it's like I don't think he really had the foresight to see this is going to get to 10 million subs, and this is going to be like, and it's brought other things up, which have like employed other people and been positive for other creators. So I'm all about that. And
There's
I
some of
don't
his
want to shit
videos
on
I
him.
hate is anytime they waste food. I hate
Yeah, yeah,
like I'm like, God, all that jello, you could have given it to some kids. Because I grew up not poor, but I was like, man, I never got stuff like that.
Appalachian Gun Runner, what's up, brother?
Oh,
Dude,
Appalachian Gun Runner, good dude.
yeah, man, yeah, that's my people's. Yeah, dude. I mean, I grew up similarly, I'll say, um, and yeah, seeing them even though the video was very interesting, the results were very interesting. The kinetic sand being bulletproof video. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, waste.
Yeah, so that was very interesting results. But the first thing I was thinking of is like, dude, y'all could have taken all those to like, you know, daycares and like, children's centers and, churches. But I mean, I get it. Everyone's going to be like, oh, you're a bitch in chat and whatever. But, I don't know. You guys know how I end my stream every single time, and you know what kind of person I am like here. So,
Just
hope you
wasting
guys,
food bothers me, man. It's just
yeah.
even like if you take it, you eat it. Like in my house, especially, I love my children. but
Mhm.
they will sit their ass at that table until they finish. If they take it, they eat it. If they don't like it, then they
Yeah.
should have tried a small piece first, but they will sit there until it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. The way I grew up was you finish what's on your plate. You should be, lucky enough to appreciate the fact that
Right.
and psychologically, that's kind of like fucked me like later on in life because I demolish anything that's near me food wise. But it's we kind of get programmed like in certain ways. And when I was really young, like we used to cut hot dogs in half and put them on the bun. Well, my mom did. I didn't really notice at the time, but she would cut hot dogs in half, long ways, put them on the bun, and it would look like, we have a whole hot dog. And she was just doing it to kind of stretch the shit out.
Yeah.
And because we have a big family, I'm the youngest of a lot of children, um, more than four, less than 10. Um,
Oh wow.
and yeah,
Mormon, huh? No, I'm kidding.
yeah, just I just think my parents like to get it on. Black Diamond Guns of Gear,
Good
what's up,
visual. That's
brothers?
always a good visual.
Yeah, right. That just destroyed my brain for the rest of the stream, as if it wasn't already destroyed by number 19. Black Diamond Guns of Gear, man. Good to see you in here, brother. I want to talk to you about the that thing with the ulti clip because my believe it or not, after our conversation, the black floppy vag is starting to give way after more than 10 years of carrying in this holster. It's finally starting to go, man. I jinxed myself by being on your podcast and your stream saying like, oh, this has lasted 10, 12 shit now, probably honestly probably close to 15 years. And yeah, so I need to holler at you guys about getting a fat guy holster because you know I'm not a little guy.
I want to acknowledge GD Bacon's comment. It says
Yeah.
Dark eats like Kurt Russell's character in Soldier, that cafeteria scene. That is the most underrated movie of all time. I love that movie.
Dude, Kurt Russell is awesome.
So there was a comic book that came out that movie was based off of way back in the olden days.
Really?
What was that comic called? It was like they it was an adult comic book. So they would show like
Ooh,
boobies and stuff.
that's
What was the
funny.
name of it?
An
God.
adult graphic novel.
No, it wasn't a graphic novel. It was just it was a comic book. It was a little bit bigger than usual. Wired Skin. I have it. I have it. I have like thousands of comic books, man.
Dude, I got a bunch of the X-Men, Iron Man, Spider-Man from the 90s,
Oh yeah.
some from the early 80s or late 80s. But dude, Spawn character, like the Spawn figurines, bro, I got dozens of them joints.
Oh, dude, too bad you didn't live. Send me your address. Hold on, I'm gonna show you.
Oh yeah, I'll put it in chat.
I'm not sure, but I think I have like 2 or 3 of these.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
Damn. That's
I'm,
crazy.
I'm a huge Spawn fan. Sorry.
I got one of the first it's like those do you remember like being young and you're probably not you're not too far away from me age wise and getting action figures was dope, but when they had like those 12 to 14-inch action figures, man, like dude, that was like a game changer.
Yeah.
And I had this Spawn one that had this like massive cape that was just like weathered, and it was like so he's like has a little platform, you could stand him on the platform, and he has this little weird ass gun with like an open magazine that looked like a stripper clip that like, it
Yeah.
was weird as hell. But
I tell you what, man. Oh man, my chair. I think my chair broke. I don't have a
awesome.
very husky friendly chair, but dude, I
Hopefully
tell you
you
what.
don't pull the dude that fell during the Zoom meeting of the Kyle trial. Um, Don't want to
No,
say it.
someone fell. I didn't know that.
Dude, it is hilarious. The dude that got the spaghetti arm was in a private Zoom meeting with their attorneys, and they're having it was like a motion to discoverance conversation, and the guy's sitting there chatting, and he's just like, and like falls, and you see
Yeah, that's
everybody
funny.
on Kyle's side just go like, and they just like go down, and dude, Kyle literally was like pulled the like hand over his face, and he's just dying, and you heard the chair like just smash from underneath of him. It was hilarious.
Dude, I've been there, man. I was at a family gathering once and I sat in this old wicker chair and I was like, how come no one's sitting in this chair? It was broken.
Oh,
So in front of like, I don't know, 4 or 5 dozen people, fell right through the chair, man.
damn. Now, did you fall like through it, or did you
Oh,
like
I fell straight through it.
like toilet fall where like your legs were
Oh,
still
my
dangling?
legs were up. Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Oh
And I
my
was skinny
god.
back then too, but I was like, it's embarrassing. It's hard to walk that off.
Dude, even when I was like mad thin, like I was still a big dude, you know? Like I've never been like a small guy. Um, Damn, I don't know how we got here. Freakistang, what's up, brother? Dude, Freakistang, I misunderstood your chats from yesterday evening. I didn't see that. So what I saw was that your work truck had caught fire, and that your mother's house a few weeks later caught fire. Dude, I had no idea until I went back and saw it, and I'm so sorry. And I hope you and everyone is okay. And if you need something, man, or if you need help, brother, reach out to us, to me, to somebody. Smash Time is the ammo hunting guy from Florida or Texas, right? Dude, see,
Texas.
he
Texas.
knows you, and dude, those ammo videos are cranking, man.
So it looks like we have a lot of comic book fans. Dude, I love comic books. I tried to get it. So I tried to get into it about 3 years ago. I went and Marvel was redoing their whole universe and all that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do a pull list. I'm going to pull the number ones for all these new comics coming out. And I
Mhm.
tried, man, for about 4 months. I bought every single Marvel and it was just crap.
Mhm.
All of it's trash. So
Yeah,
I just started buying older issues again. I can't do it. I can't do it. But yeah,
you're
I got
getting rich, you
my
dickhead.
wife banned me. So my wife banned me from eBay because I was going on
Oh,
there.
because the comics.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She goes, "How much is this? How much is that?" So the comic that here, I'll show you. The comic that got me banned, which I don't give a shit. The comic that got me banned, was that one.
Hold on. Oh, Spider-Man.
The
Okay.
very first appearance of the Punisher.
What?
Yeah, dude. She got flipping livid, bro.
So
She
how
was
much you talking for something like that?
uh that one was like 950.
$9.50,
No,
right?
it
You
was like
spent almost a G stack on
yeah.
a a comic book.
Yeah, I got all of them. I have every Punisher ever. I
That
have
is
almost all his crossovers, but I have all of them.
so now I'm gonna have to
Dude, I got multiples of
really?
I don't think my wife subscribes to your channel, so I'm cool. I can be
Yeah,
free.
you're good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mine subscribes to mine on the low. Uh, one one day, I don't know where it is. It's all good. One day, we were in a fight over just basic shit. Then she started bringing up YouTube, right? And I was like, dude, I'm not putting this first. If I was putting this first, I'd be doing this all day and then hanging out with
Right.
y'all
Right.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9:30. You know, like let's be realistic here. And we just get in this big thing, and she's like, you know, just pissed off, like, there's yeah, whatever. So I
Oh,
go back.
Jeff Cron in the chat says, yeah, but that's an investment for your kids.
Yeah,
Jeff, you are exactly right.
bingo.
100%. I like you, buddy.
Same thing with firearms, man. And Jeff Cron is, He's out here. He's one of us. He's one
So
of
I
the
lost.
builders.
So my sob story is I lost all my guns in the end from COVID. So I was at the Houston rodeo. The short recap,
Hold on, back up.
and this
You
is why.
said you lost all your guns from COVID?
Yeah. So check this out. I had like 15 guns, tons
Mhm.
of ammo. I had stacks of ammo. So March 15th, I'm at the Houston rodeo, and another company approaches me, and they say, "Hey, we want to offer you a job." It's an international company. They're from Europe.
Mhm.
They're French. Don't like them very much anymore, but they said, "We're going to give you X amount of dollars more. We want you right now. Handshake. Come in Friday. Fill out your paperwork." Outstanding.
Yeah.
So I went on my phone. I quit my job. Well, they shut the whole city down from COVID on the 16th. Done. The guy calls me that night. I mean, I'm in sales. So when you quit your job, your phone is turned off.
That's it.
Every email, it's done.
Email's
It's
gone.
a wrap.
You're unplugged immediately.
So
An
he calls me.
announcement
He
has
goes,
already
"Hey,
gone out.
man, great time last night, but I got to tell you, we can't offer you that job. We're on a global hiring freeze." So I went from, and keep in mind, I just bought a Nissan GTR.
Mm,
So I had a very healthy car note.
yeah.
And fuck, if it wasn't for all my guns and ammo I had,
Yeah.
and I sold all of it, I mean, I got down to one gun and like one box of ammo. And that was it, man. I sold
Mm,
everything. It kept food on the table for 8 months. So guns are a great investment, absolute great investment. But that's why I had to start over
yeah.
in December when I got another job. So I went from March to December, and in my industry, global logistics, no one was hiring.
Yeah.
It was dead. So I struggled hardcore.
Dude, I'll tell you, I had a really similar situation. And I think, the things that have happened over the last almost 2 years now have in some way affected all of us. And
Oh yeah,
I I was in a high profile position helping run three companies, and each of the three were multi-million dollar companies. And I'm not saying this to brag or sound cool. Like, it's not. I'm just explaining like the situation, guys. So before anybody is like, "Ooh, I'm dark, I'm important," like, it's not like I'm I'm not anymore. So I knew that I could go to any of those companies or companies of the like and get more and get paid more and get, just better benefits, better, like, and when I say benefits, I don't mean like insurance, like, just everything, all out, like, and I was always getting offers left and right because it is a recruiting industry. And December of 2019, I had basically given up on my job, and I was like,
yeah,
man, this is fucking whack. I'm getting these other offers, man. Like, I could do this anywhere, every day. I have a proven track record of success. I'm number 4 in the region, or number 3 in the region. And number 4 in the region isn't even anywhere close to me, so no one's
right.
taking my spot. Like, out of 36 offices in the region, like, we were crushing it. And proven track record of success, never go, well, yeah. So December 2019 comes along, and um, my owner comes to me and he's like, "Hey, look, we've noticed some things, and if these things don't change, we have to part ways." And I said, "Okay,
Oh man,
well, I've noticed some things, and if these things don't change, then we are going to have to part ways." And he said, "Okay, well, then today's your last day." And it just went, and I was like, "Okay, cool. It's been great. Like, you guys have been awesome." And he was actually like, "Oh, actually, we have an event tomorrow. Can you stay and can you run that and act like you're not going to leave and, whatever?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, whatever." So I did. So December 19th was my last day there. And I left like, man, I'll chill over because it was a very stressful job. I was like, I'll chill over the holidays, creep into the new year, and like once the word gets out and there's like a splash in like the little world that we live in,
right?
like Umbrella Corp. Yeah, it was Umbrella Corp. People are gonna be hitting me up like, "Yo, I heard you left. Like, come work over here and whatnot." And that timing, man, like, like that was when things just started really getting put out in the media, and that's when companies started reevaluating things. And I had just gotten an offer for, and I had just gotten a new car. My Lexus had just gotten totaled prior to that, and just got a new car, other financial commitments, and
Yeah.
um, I'd gotten another offer, and I took it, and I went there, and in 40 days they let me go.
Mm.
And it was just because, like, yo, this is happening, we don't know what's going to happen, we don't know if we're even going to be able to stay in business, your salary is at the top of the line items in the P&L, and we got to let you go because we're scared. It's like, okay. And yeah, and my life completely changed. And I was interviewing. I had another handshake situation where they were like, "Dude, we want you to run these offices," and we, it, it was like the perfect situation. They fly me out to Dallas, and I meet everybody out there. Meet the
Send me your address. I'll send you one.
damn,
I have redundancies. 2 is one is none. I probably have like 3 of these.
for real.
Yeah.
Dude, I would absolutely imagine that hanging behind the 14-inch Spawn
Oh, that'd be
figure
pretty
with the
sweet.
cape. Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to buy like 1 through 30 at a pretty good deal, and then I had already bid on a couple other ones. So definitely send me your address. I'll mail you one.
Yeah, man, hell yeah. Um,
But COVID screwed a lot of people up, especially in the gun world. I mean,
yeah, I
I think,
sold 9 guns.
dude, I sold everything except my shotgun. That was my very first gun, and it was brutal. So
That's
when
a
I started
hard
over
thing.
ammo hunting, like I had nothing, and
Yeah,
everyone's like, "Oh, I stocked up years ago." And then I got a lot of hate, like, what a loser. This and oh man, I got so much hate when I first started.
yeah.
But
I mean, you know what though? Like this, I sold I sold almost a quarter of my collection. Right? I sold 9 guns, and I thought, like, hey, I'll just get my finances right, and I'll come back and get them. The dude sold the pawn shop, and I lost all of them to some guy who sent everything to auction. And I I, uh, I sold some ammo, mostly calibers that I don't have anymore. But man, everything changed. Like, everyone has to start somewhere. If they just purchase a handgun, if they just purchase
right,
a rifle, if they just, like, I hate how, like, in the firearms world, we're like so judgmental of people, like, oh, pff, newbie, pff, fud, pff, beginner,
that's
pff,
how it is
like,
everywhere, though, man.
I know, whether
But
it's
I've met,
cars or
honestly,
guns.
I've never met more cool people than in this industry.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Cool ass people.
Like at Shot, I don't want to bring that up again, but
No, bring it
everybody
up,
I
man. Talk
everybody
about
I
it.
thought was, probably never even heard of me. They all stopped and took the time to at least say hello, which blew me away. I was like, holy shit, this guy knows who I am. I was so flattered. Um, it's
That's
pretty neat.
awesome, man.
A lot of props go to Steve, Mr. Big Kid, because he knows a lot of these guys and he introduced me to a lot of them. So, Mr. Big Kid, I love you, buddy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
I just got kind of introduced to his content.
Ah, he's the best. He is
Yeah,
a genuine dude. Like, solid, very solid. He's
yeah,
one of my favorite YouTubers, also gun tubers.
yeah. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time checking him out, and he seems cool as shit.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
the thing that really struck me about his channel when I first saw it is his production value. Same thing with Coleon Noir when he started. Coleon was like the first guy that actually took decent photos of his guns, that took the
yeah,
time out and made his videos back, 6, 7 years ago, made them look good. And
yeah,
same thing with, so I knew as soon as I saw his videos, I was like, oh, this guy has to know about photography. And if you look
yeah,
at his old videos, he has a lot of videography videos and stuff and camera reviews. I'm like, yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. See, that's a nice picture, a nice thumbnail. Like, dude, I don't do thumbnails. I don't do all that. Like, I don't do it. Like, that would totally change the trajectory of the channel.
Thumbnails are
The
the most important thing. They're more
Yep,
important than what your content is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thumbnails, title, like all that's so important.
Thumbnails. I'm telling you, because people are on their phone when they do YouTube, and if they
Yeah.
don't see the picture, they won't even read what the content is.
Yeah.
If the
It,
picture grabs them,
it's-
they're scrolling, man. They'll scroll
yeah.
right by it.
And it's crazy, like the cheesiest, stupidest thumbnails of like a picture of like an AR and then a pile of, cartoon money on fire in someone's face, like, and then they're like, "Oh, I need to watch this." It's
Oh,
like,
dude, I've done a few. I've done two like surprise face thumbnails. Fucking gangbusters, bro.
dude, I did one where I was kind of like this, and I had the AR over my face, but I was peeking around it like this, like, and then it was like, "Is your binary trigger next?" And it was like, like
Yeah,
it went nuts. But of course, it was, you know,
because the picture will make them stop, and then they'll read it. And if you can do the picture, the thumbnail first, and then your
yeah,
a lot of people put words all over. And for me, that's too much. That's overload for me. So I try and do like a thumbnail, and then have just some kind of content.
dude,
But I have one that's coming out, and you're gonna see it's cheesy at AF. It's cheesy,
dude,
but
that's
it's
what.
funny.
If you do cheesy and you do cheesy well, then you're solid. You know what? I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna screen share it. I These aren't like they're my top five videos of like most views, maybe top 10 because I got some with like a good amount of views on it. Hold on. So we got two. So I made movie trailers, okay, and albeit corny, I wanted to make movie trailers to troll the ATF about the braces and about like all this stuff. So I was like, how can I troll the ATF with a movie trailer? And so this is what I did. So let me go through. I'm pulling it up right now,
Thank you.
and there's like thousands of views on them. They're not like crazy. Like I got some that are in like the deep thousands, but where the hell they go? Damn, I got a gang of videos. Man, so much stuff on here. Okay. All right, where'd you go, baby? Oh, that
Racist
stream
sugar
where I
cookies
was
part
with
two. Racist sugar cookies.
sugar cookies.
No, this is John Rice in the chat goes. He has racist sugar cookies part two was his most watched video.
Oh yeah, for sure. That
That's
was
funny.
mostly by people that don't agree with us fundamentally. But hold on, sorry, there's an ad playing, y'all. Give me 1 second, because I gotta like screen share it and mute it. So hold on for 1 second.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer, and install Honey. Wait, Mom.
Ah, love Mr. Beast.
It helps, I guess, right?
Was on my main. Yeah, it does.
Oh, what the hell?
Was on my main page, front top. Yeah, I mean,
This is the wrong
give them
joint.
kids AKs. Yeah, I mean,
Hold up. How was this? I may have just clicked on the wrong. Oh, my bad. I just clicked on the wrong video. That's all, y'all. Can y'all still see it?
Dark Light Films presents Relatively True Events. Hey, that was pretty good, man.
So that was my first one, and that was like kind of a stupid one, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna, because I didn't really focus like on the braces during that. Like I kind of, failed at a couple things. So I was like, let me do it again, and I'm gonna do like a romantic comedy thing. Look at that.
You put eyes on him? How stupid. Oh, shit.
It gets graphic, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dude.
There is penetration.
You put a condom on that, I'm out. You should have been like walking on the beach.
Okay, so
You could have done something like on the beach and then took like a wedding portrait and had it on the wall as your fade out. That would have been
oh, I know, dude.
That was good, man. That was hilarious.
I could definitely step it up, because that, I mean, I literally did that on my phone. I edited on my phone. Like I did, like I could step this up like 10 times, and I got a lot of other ideas that I haven't executed on, but like I had to put like like these kinds of things in the credits, just to make sure, that it was clear what the purpose of the video was.
It'd be great if Flying Rich could do one that says the plane that could never fly.
Oh, damn.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. KSC, thank you, man. Dean says, this is beautiful.
Rich is a good dude, man. I like him quite a bit. He's awesome.
Man.
He was the first person I saw it shot.
He's pretty cool for like an old guy that's not very nice, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No, I love Rich. He's actually become a close friend of mine. I really do like him. The Safety Doc. What's up, man? Dark, can you make a trailer intro for my Face Validity Friday? Like a 40-second intro? Absolutely not. Don't trust me behind any type of video camera editing equipment or anything like that. No, I'm joking. How about this, Safety Doc? Because I do care about you and your channel. I will help you and give you like some easy tips that will help you blow one out like in less than a day. Ant Reviews, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in here, brother, supporting the team. Appreciate that. The planes that I crashed, LOL. Yeah, dude, if we could recreate, see, that's what we John Crump Live is back. What up? What up? Don't crash my house. Only BSMG paid employees. Oh, but
Dark, you are dead to me. Oh, Flying Rich back in the house.
See, I know he's playing because he did the Boston accent. Doc, you are dead to me. Oh, that's great. I'll work with anybody. I'll help anybody. If you want to do like a trailer thing, like, guys, these are not like good, right? They're just like cheesy enough and comical enough and funny.
No, I thought it was great, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I had a lot of fun like making them. Like, it was like some people mentioned like that had to be brutal with like editing and all that. Like the way I had it set up, it wasn't that bad because it's simple. I was doing it in iMovie basically, so it's super simple. But yeah, I mean, no one has watched it since the first week, but it got like 3,500 views, and then the other one, actually, that's just sitting at like 1,000 something. So not a lot, but since the majority of the time I'm just like streaming, when I drop hard videos, they actually do pretty well. But yeah, the streams, almost all streams are kind of
Yeah, they said the percentage. You know, you should have 10%. So if you have 100,000 subscribers, you should have 10,000 views on each video. So if you have 5,000 subscribers, if you're getting 1,000 views, that's a ton. They're way above average.
Yeah, that's true. And we get great engagement, man. Like honestly, I'll have anywhere from 30 to 50 to 80 to 100, and we had 180 people here in the stream the other day.
Wow, I've never broken 90.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just oh, and yeah, so Swamp Dog is very skilled with video editing. 3D video is like his thing. Yeah, that's some shit. Oh, John Crump, look at you, Crumpy. Thank you, brother. Teach me how to make a viral video. Okay, so what you do is you do a face like this, and then I'm just kidding. You put a box with a question mark on it, and say in big letters, "Is it really worth it?" And then make the video be about like a color reveal Barbie or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you'd crush. Ant Reviews, I think you're from PPA's community, right? Zero weight oil in space. Dude, let me tell you guys this. Building the MUP 1, which is the Sig Sauer 320 80%er, I gave away the bit kit that was so graciously given to me for free by Pewtang for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I gave away custom battle worn P80s. I gave away a whole bunch of stuff, and I had a bit kit, and I knew that I needed to drill this MUP, which I could go through polymer like that, like no problem. But 16 gauge hardened steel is, a different kind of thing. And I was like, all right, I either get to keep these and keep the bits and the cutting oil and have this a success, or I give it away and give it. So I ended up giving it away. Well, this is a testament to Aegis. Okay, so Aegis is probably, and just because I haven't tested every single one, probably one of the best combination of solvents and lubes like in one package. And I used Aegis as cutting oil to drill through this hardened steel inside the Sig 320. And bro, it worked like a champ. Like it was crazy. So I got through that. I got that finally built up, and I'm working out some small minor kinks. But dude, the color of the non-firearm grip module here is look at that bad boy. White as can be, beautiful white, and I don't know. There's something so special about it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm not going to use it to like RIT dye it. I considered RIT dyeing it blue to have like a glowy blue Sig 320, but instead I'm going to keep it white and I'm going to clear coat it, and I am going to rock that shit white all day.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, perfect.
I wanted to get a 3D printer and start messing around with that stuff, but I don't know.
Oh, this is all stuff. This isn't printed. This is all
like 80%, right?
Yeah. And JSD, you've gotten to know JSD, Jordan Venro. No,
Not really.
I'll hook you up with them, man. They have the best quality for the best prices on anything 80%. Like it's Joe Morris. Thank you. Please tell me it without a lie. Do you think the Alpha Tango Foxtrot is going to make us go? I'm American and I don't nothing American papers. I'm not sure what you're saying. Please tell me it without a lie. Ting Ting, I'm going to be honest, that doesn't even sound like you. That comment sounds so Asian. But I mean, you're also Asian. Hit me up. Let's do this. Hit me up offline. Actually, if somebody put my email in chat, please, because everyone on this side will hear. So if one of the mods or somebody could put my email in chat, that would be awesome. I'd be happy to chat with you offline. Yeah, so no, it's all 80% stuff. JST Supply is, which I do have an affiliate link for if you want to support the channel, and also a discount code. The discount code is DARK. And yeah, it'll save you money and you get free shipping. I also have an affiliate link for HCM holsters, which literally has like the highest quality Kydex holsters that are wrapped, that are modular, that are the best fucking holsters I've ever seen. They got Louis Vuitton Kydex, they got Deadpool Kydex, they got
What
graffiti.
holster is this?
It's called HCM, like Hotel Charlie Mike holsters. Oh, look at you. The end is near. Beware. What's up, brother? Good to see you here. I was actually thinking of you the other day because I was using a particular variable speed Dremel, and it made me think of you. So thank you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. I don't know if you meant to put a message in there, but I do not see it, so feel free to throw one in chat. Yeah, HCM holsters, man, they're awesome. I'll share the link real quick for anybody that's interested. They do, in my opinion, and I know a lot of holster manufacturers. So I got a couple that I've spoken with about, coming on the show, and hands down, man, I've never seen quality like this. Like all those crazy holsters that P.D. Ralph posts that are like Louis Vuitton Kydex. They've done a bunch of stuff in Deadpool Kydex. They got this crazy like brick wall graffiti Kydex with side carts. Like it's nuts, man, and they're super affordable for what you get. And yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so check out. I'll drop a link real quick. And naturally, they're gonna make me sign in, of course. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you. Yeah, and feel free, Smash, if you want to visit any of the questions or comments in chat too. I will say, guys, honestly, I've been pretty bad about that when I have guests on, and I don't mean to be. You guys are the most important thing here, and I care about all you guys and your thoughts and your side conversations. That's the community is why I'm here. So I appreciate all y'all.
Oh, it's just good to see so many familiar names, man.
Isn't that dope? Like,
yeah,
the fact that like we've never really like, been on the stream together. We've got some cross viewership and whatnot, but seeing it like when I went on Hank Strange's channel and I saw like all these people, like all my people, I was like, dude, this is awesome. It's super cool, man. And then I got another. If you guys are looking for any of the 80% stuff, obviously you can use code DARK. You can reduce your costs and get free shipping. And boom, boom. I need to like save all these so I can just like drop them in real quick, man.
you should do like a website and then have them all linked to that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to set one up, or at least do like a link tree, because that's like a really simple.
Yeah, I get in trouble for not doing that. Everyone's like,
dude, I mean, I'm not super. I guess I don't know what the word would be, but I haven't been super focused on. Bro, really? I can't even log into this bitch.
Who's shooting this weekend? I want to know who's anybody shooting tomorrow.
Yeah, who's shooting? I
That's what I
actually
want.
may go shooting. So I have a couple guys that do the um, online marketing for Gun Broker, and they do. So we got this place. It's called the Vault. We go to. Um, if somebody has my JSD supply link, if they could share that, that would be awesome. Because my shit's not letting me sign into it right now, and I'm almost positive either Dirt or Sport had that ish memorized, which would be awesome. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was um, equals question mark 34. Oh no, question mark equals 34. Give that a try. The one that isn't open yet. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But yeah, so what I have not been able to do, I used to go shooting, once a week and or sometimes more. And I had my buddy's property. It was about
Yeah.
11 acres, 60 to 65 yards. We put up steel everywhere. We had a skeet machine with a pedal. I mean, it was a beautiful range. Cleared it all out with a bobcat. Like it was incredible. You could run and gun. You could obviously there's no RSOs. Like you just do your thing. And I was shooting in the snow, shooting in the mud, in the rain, and there's no training like that, man. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And
It's
um,
nice when you have a place like that.
yeah, well, he sold his place, and I finally those guys I've hooked up with that are doing the marketing for Gun Broker were like, we got a place outdoors that we can go to. I was like, yes. So I may go shooting tomorrow.
Nice. I'm gonna take my son. We're gonna go shoot.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that you had said what did he have? He had a 22.
He's got a Ruger Precision 22
Nice.
that he shoots, and then I have a 1022. I'm gonna goof with tomorrow. Put a new stock and all that stuff on it, and then I don't know, just pistols and stuff. Hang out.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 9.
Nice. That's a good age.
He's so much fun, man.
Yeah. My 5-year-old daughter has really she's always expressed interest in firearms, so much so that I have to have conversations with her about touching them. And she knows now, like you don't like she knows the rules, right? And I kind of changed you know the way that I've been. Here you go. Everybody shops at Brownells. Okay, so here's a Brownells link. If you want to support the channel, I would love go on and buy one of those 21 round Glock mags for like $18. It's an incredible deal. Um, if you guys want to support the channel, that'd be awesome. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just miss shooting. I have not been shooting in a while, and one thing I have not done on this channel is live fire video, and I don't want to do live fire video at a stupid ass indoor range. And I'd like to
Why?
bring her. I'd like to bring my daughter with me.
Indoor ranges are cool, man. I mean, they're tricky sometimes to film in, but
Yeah.
I'm lucky. The one up by me is usually completely dead a couple days a week, and it's a
Mm,
nice range. It's pistols only, so pistol caliber carbines are okay. But
yeah.
man, it's cool. You go in there, it's clean, it's warm, it's a
Hmm.
little chilly out.
The air is clear. Do they have a good
Oh man, it's state of the
ventilation
art, man.
system? Yeah.
It's
The
nice.
the indoor range that I shoot at has crazy air purification system where I didn't notice it till I was looking through glass. I saw like the wall moving, and I was like, I'm tripping. Like, what the hell is this? So I cranked my scope down to 10, and I was like, what the hell is that? They have water going down the backstop. Number one, to cool it, but number two, to promote air circulation. And it is like top tier. Like when they first started, they wanted to appeal more to like the bougie ass, Gucci, Louis people.
Yeah.
So they were like, while you shoot, we'll detail your car. You could eat at the cafe. We have daycare. We have like they went crazy, and then they ended up becoming one of the top training facilities for law enforcement and military in the area. So they have a massive facility for simunition. They have like a coffee house, like a Starbucks looking place where
Yeah.
you can go in and do drills. A grocery store, like a car lot. They have like a zombie room, like all this crazy stuff. Like that's what I want to go shooting in, but that's not open to civvies.
Yeah, they're opening a country club just north of my house. But I was out
Mm.
in Austin. I went to the range in Austin, and it's like that, man. It's amazing. It's such
Yeah.
there's a private upstairs. It's huge. They got a couple 100-yard lanes.
Nice.
Man, the one they're opening here is going to have 5 100-yard indoor lanes, and then there's going to be an upstairs. There's a cafe. There's a cigar bar. There's like a huge place to just chill out upstairs. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. That's a good vibe.
It's $6,000 a year to join.
Yeah, that's
too
awesome.
rich for me, man.
Yeah, I don't pay that much for my range membership. Agorizer, remind me where you at? Aren't you in the DMV area? For those of you that aren't familiar, the DMV is not the place that you go get your license renewed. It is the tri-state area of DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So, it isn't just for the public range. If you're talking about the spot that I was talking about, Crump, then I don't know what you're referring to. If you're talking about like the simunition, they do open it up for the public from time to time, but it's like special events and whatnot. He said DMV question mark. You're in the DMV, Crump. Sorry, Smash Time. I'm totally getting sidetracked here.
No, it's all right.
What are some new projects that you want to get, that you want to build, that you want to work on? What's like your next stuff? What's up, Gun Doctor TV?
Oh man, I just want to make every video better than the next one, man. Because everything else will fall into place. Just have a good time. Network still. I'm working on. I hope I can get this guy to come on my live. It's gonna be pretty nuts if he does. He's not really a gun tuber, but dang.
You want to give a little hint?
He's got like 2 million subs.
Damn.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've only had a few of those. Let me know after we log off.
He's not really in the gun tuber world. Although he's handled a lot of guns, he's not a gun tuber at all.
Gotcha. Yeah, after we sign off, let me know. Dude, I have had so many crazy circumstances where it's like, oh shit, you know him? Like what? Small world. Here's a phone number. Boom. Like that's how I got Firearms Unknown to come on the channel. Like just randomly got introduced to him by somebody.
I should follow more gun channels, but honestly, I don't, man. Like I don't have the time.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard because I'm like I try to be a super dad, and it's hard when you have a family and a full-time job. It's tough, dude. Like I wish I could watch more channels. I don't even watch my own stuff. I put it out there, and I don't check my numbers. I don't follow any of that stuff. The algorithm, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't like go back and watch stuff, but I do, unless it was like a pure masterpiece and I'm going to clip something out of it, like when we had the AK guy on and stuff. But he said donut, Gun Doctor TV guest donut operator. I would guess that's not.
Dude, I want some donuts right now, man. My wife is cooking right now. Something late. I'm starving.
Dang. Cooking at midnight. What are you guys having?
Smells like some kind. I think it's adobo. It's like a Filipino dish. It's very good.
That's dope. Adobo. That sounds familiar. Adobo Premiere? I'm just kidding.
No, there's a Spanish version of it too, but adobo is just like kind of like a soupy chicken. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's delicious. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, Joe Morris actually he recognized you as soon as we came in.
Yeah, Joe's a good dude.
Yeah, man, he's a champ. He said DLD After Dark, good choice on Smash Time tonight. Watched him for a while now. Good stuff. Yeah, I see you in the chat often. Every now and then I'll jump in and just like drop like 50 comments and then leave. So sorry.
Yeah, it's
about
like,
that.
damn, I wish I could sit and like I do a lot of like I'll listen to a lot of people as
Yeah,
I have a lot of windshield time. So I listen to like podcasts. I listen to gun tubers, but I don't really watch a lot of them.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, Crumpy, I know. So out closer to where Crump lives, there's this new place coming out called XCal, and it is going to be like the premier shooting range. XCal, excuse me, XCal is your destination for everything shooting and fitness, with cutting-edge shooting ranges, an elite fitness center, expansive retail store, and loads of entertainment. And if I am not mistaken, so they do have a full fitness center. They have obviously ranges and stuff. Um, they have so one of the things, the most fun I have had with my pants on in the last few years was I went to a shooting range, and they have a simulator. Have you ever messed with those at all?
Yeah.
So like you have like a CO2 blowback gun with like a laser. It's like your remote, and you use it. You have something that's about like I don't know, an eighth of the size of a movie theater screen, right? Just explaining it for you guys out there. And I went to my range, and I was like, "You guys got a simulator? Like, let me check that out." And at the time, I had carried a full size Glock, not the 43X, and I go in there, I get this Glock, I put it in my IWB holster, and I start going through scenarios. And the scenarios are like, you got to draw, you got to know who's the bad guy.
Right.
You got one guy that, like, after you draw on one guy with a crowbar or an axe or a gun, another guy, like, goes and grabs his cell phone to call the police. And you're like, oh, I'm going to shoot you. And then you
No,
shoot the
no,
wrong
just
person.
immediately shoot the baby stroller.
Dude, I've tried some stuff you're not allowed to shoot. Like,
Shoot
even
it.
though the rounds are like hitting, it just doesn't even. They're like, we know what you're doing. Okay, don't do that. Like, I'm like shooting the fire hydrants and stuff to see if like psh, like water will come out. But like, they have somewhere like you're at the ATM, right? And all of a sudden you turn around and then there's a dude that's robbing you, and you're at a parking lot, and somebody like these crazy situations, and I wanted it to be as realistic as possible. So what I did is, if I get caught like lacking, as people say it, or in my area we say if you get caught slipping, um, you're likely going to have one hand holding, I'll have one hand holding my daughter's hand and the other hand with my keys in it, right?
Yeah.
So I literally put one hand behind my back and held my keys in my other hand, and like dropped them, drew, and engaged, and just practicing like as close to real life scenarios as possible. And dude, I shit you not, I spent 3 hours in there, and I got almost all of it on videotape. I recorded almost all of it,
Jesus.
but I haven't done anything with the video.
Should do it.
Tell me,
Absolutely.
would you guys like to see some like clips or something like that, like me, drawing and shooting the wrong person on accident, and then like getting into like cartel shootouts with
Nah,
it's
do it on
crazy.
purpose. I tried to shoot the wrong people on purpose.
Yeah,
The one
so
I
did-
had, there was like a grandma, and then some guys mugging her, and then I shot the grandma. It's like, you're out.
Is it like
lose
what
points.
happened?
You lose points
Yeah,
when you shoot
yeah.
grandma and baby strollers. Man, baby strollers, they really, really frown on baby strollers.
I think mine was probably an older system, because it just wouldn't register stuff like that. Like, I could go, I could draw, I could shoot, and like the bullet holes would register on screen, but it
Mhm.
just wouldn't let me shoot. Like, I try to like shoot out the window of a vehicle before the dude got out, and yeah, and then they start changing the scenarios, right? Like in one of them, it's like you're walking through your hallway, you turn to a set of steps, and your front door is down there, and there's this big ass dude that like literally just had walked in. He's already down at the foot of the steps, and in one of them he draws a gun, and one of them he goes like this and then puts his hands up and says like, "Don't shoot, I'm leaving," and runs away. And I shot him in the back a bunch of times. That was not good for points, but it was oddly satisfying. And then for another one, he drew a knife and started slowly walking up the steps. So in the video, I'm like, dude, are you stupid? Are you serious? Are you literally walking towards me with a gun? And I wait for him to get close, and I'm just like failure drilled, 2 in the sternum, 1 in the face.
Oh man.
And it was a blast though, man. I for $10, I was in there for like 3 hours, bro. It was fun.
$10.
$10.
Oh, dude, the
Because
one I
no
was at
use.
was like $75 for the hour.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty fun though. But that was
yeah,
before I
man.
was in the gun tubing, so I didn't record any of it.
Yeah, I kind of want to record like a really good run, and then record like a really bad run to show like the contrast, like mistakes that I made, and
Yeah,
um, just a bunch of them. Like real life is often like way more strange than fiction. Like the situations we're likely to find ourselves in, where like if God forbid we have to use a handgun to defend ourselves, like you know it's going to be odd, it's going to be unusual, it's going to be fast, it's I don't know. Do you carry typically?
I carry every single day.
Okay, cool. What's your go-to, a pink 365?
No, I carry a Springfield XDM Elite 9mm, and I just put a Trigicon RMR on it
Hell yeah, man, that's what's up.
because
Is
I
it
had the stock sight from Springfield, and it died on me halfway through a magazine.
the what is it, the Dragonfly?
Yeah,
Or,
and so that's a great sight for a gun that you're not depending on, to save your life. So a buddy of mine, in a weird way, got a Trigicon really cheap. So for Christmas, he sold it to me for $200. So I was like,
dang.
yeah, okay. I love that sight, man.
Smash, if you ever want to sell that,
No,
you let me know, bro. I'm just playing.
no, I
Oh,
can't. No more selling guns for me, man.
take America back, bro. You got it. That would be dope. I guarantee you, none of us would be, not none of us. It would take a few runs for us to get as clean as shoots that Homeboy had. The end is near, beware. He says, I hate Trigicon, F and RMR. Bro, you got like 7. I've seen them. So I always wanted the fiber optic RMR, and everyone shits on it. And I get it, right? Like it's
I'm not
super
saying nothing.
low. No, yeah, no. I want to hear your thoughts.
No, man, as long as it works. Like honestly, like I'm done with budget optics. People are like, "Oh man, buy a Penty or buy this optic. You don't need to spend." I'm like, no, fuck that. If your life depends on it, like
Yeah.
I'll buy Sig Romeo 5s all day. Put it
Hmm.
on something, but it's not going to be on my bedside gun and not something I depend on that can't go down. So it's Trigicon, or I was thinking about messing with Hollow Suns for a little bit, but it has to be dead ass reliable.
Well,
Pistols
so
too. If I have a pistol that fails me once, I'll see if I can get it fixed. If I ever have another failure, I get rid of it. If
yeah.
I don't have any sentimental value pistols that I just keep to keep, if it's not 100% dead ass reliable, and I have a lot of 1911s. If I have any problem with these 1911s, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gone out of the stable.
Every 1911 that I've had is gone. One of them was just because it was like my only handgun, fresh 21. Thought I could appendix carry a full size Punisher 1911 with a magwell, and it was crazy. Another one was a Kimber TLE2 that I was getting stovepipes. Like, I have never smacked this many stovepipes out of a goddamn gun. Like, it was crazy. And I just gave up on 1911s. But man,
Oh,
I
don't,
got
man. I would give up on Kimber. I mean, I bought the Kimber Repeat in 10 mil, and it was a piece of shit out of the gate. And I made a video
really.
on it, and the worst 1911 I ever bought. And it got tons of views. And
Mm,
people are like, "Oh, you got a 500 round break in." No, screw that. If you pay over $1,000 for a gun, it better
yeah,
run immediately.
yeah,
There's no break-in periods with staccatos. There's no break-in periods with
yeah,
high-end Dan Wessons. No, it's
yeah.
bullshit.
I mean, shit. Even Glocks, like this came up in. I had Christian Grest on 2 days ago, and you know, we were like discussing: would you take a gun out of the box, put it in your waistband, and just carry it? And I was like, no, unless it's a Glock, because I know it is a 99.99999% possibility that that gun is going to function flawlessly. I
Okay.
feel just as strong with that as I would my Keltec P3AT in my pocket, because that is the same track record. Actually, that's 100. I have had 100% reliability of probably close to 3,000 rounds out of my Keltec P3AT.
No, I do not like. I don't believe the Glock hype. Let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Smith, real quick, asked me if I'm happy with the XDM Elite. I love that gun to death. It is amazing. I love it. I take off the flared magwell though, because I have big hands, so I don't like that. So my wife was being recruited by a certain 3-letter agency, and they all carry Glocks. So I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, let's go get you a brand new 19, fresh out of the box." Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Got her one, took it to the range, jammed every other shot. Interesting. So we rented one, jammed every other shot. Oh
Mm-hmm.
shit, that's crazy. Well, if your hands aren't big enough and you technically limp wrist the pistol, it won't fire.
It won't function. Yeah.
Right, right. That's bullshit to me. If it doesn't pass a limp wrist test, I don't want it either. Because in a high stress situation, what if you don't have the perfect grip on the gun? What if it's
Yeah.
not perfectly gripped in your hand? What
You
if
got
you're
one shot.
ducking and you're shooting it? If it won't
Yeah.
pass a limp wrist test, I will not keep it in my stable of guns either. Just because. So I had another Glock 42 jam. Not for
That
me.
doesn't count.
I don't limp wrist the
42s
gun.
don't count.
So I don't limp wrist the gun, and
Yeah.
it doesn't really jam. But when I would kind of just not hold it a little off, jam every time, man. If I can't pick up a gun and hold it and just pull the trigger like this and have it go bang every time, I don't want it.
Yeah, I understand that logic, but I would say that Glocks also aren't the only platform that has that issue. I think Glocks are most noted to have that issue because they're one of the most widely produced firearms out there, and the
Oh,
problem is well
yeah.
known. But if you were to take several types of handguns with a similar like Browning style design with a tip up barrel with a lighter frame and a heavier slide, I think the results would be similar. I don't know. I'd be curious to see a test like that. If
Yeah.
any of you guys
I
are out
do
there.
limp wrist tests with every gun I own. If I buy it and I'm keeping it, it's got to be because you've seen that one video of that cop who got shot in the hand. He was trying to shoot offhanded. And he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get a good grip on the Glock. It would jam, and then he didn't know how
Lose
to.
clear malfunctions with the
Yeah,
injured hand. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
has to be dead ass reliable. And I don't hate Glocks. I shot a bunch of them, but if it can't pass the limp wrist test, and I've had notoriously Glocks have gone down during the limp wrist test, and I don't want it. What if my
Yeah.
wife grabs my Glock What if I'm down and she needs to grab my Glock and she can't shoot it for shit? After that first shot, what is she gonna do?
I was gonna say she's got one shot,
You got
like
one shot.
Eminem. Yeah. Would you capture it or just let it slip? Yeah, I mean, I definitely see the logic there, and that is valid.
I was so
Um,
upset, man. I was bummed out because thank God she didn't go to that 3-letter agency, but she got pretty far in the process. But the thing is, like, that would have been her carry gun. How is she going to practice with it? I mean, you don't really have a lot of choices when you first start to be able to shoot different guns. It was just, I was bummed out. I thought it was the gun at first. I'm like, man, that's a bummer. Then we rented one, same thing. And then I borrowed a buddy of mine, same thing. The
yeah, I
43X, the 43X, um, kind of passed it out of like 15 shots. It stovepipe once.
dang.
Still, that's
So
too many.
you've not had the best luck with Glocks.
No, I mean, if you
I
hold it correctly and you have, my thing is like in a high stress situation, like I pulled my gun twice in a high stress situation. The first time it
Mhm.
got stuck in my sweater and I had the shittiest high tank grip on it as I could. If I had
Yeah,
to shoot right away, it would have been disastrous.
sloppy and yeah. So I think I guess, and it depends, right? You never know what type of situation you'll be in. But I mean, you really have to be limp wristing to induce a malfunction. Like it has to be.
Try it. You have a
Yeah,
Glock
I,
19,
I've
right?
tried. Yeah, I've got a
So next time you
couple
take your 19 out,
dozen.
just hold it limp wrist and shoot it. And if it works, fantastic, man. Awesome. But for me and the three that I tried and the one that we bought brand new, when it passed the test. 2 shots maybe, then jam.
Yeah, the only ones that I've done, I guess, a similar testing would be some old Gen 2 Glocks that I have that one of the 17s didn't do well, which both of those Gen 2 17s are gone. They were in that pawn, the 9 guns in that pawning situation. Um, the Gen 2 19 was in that same, I was going through and doing like, trying to explain to my sister, like, what limp wristing was, and I couldn't induce a malfunction in the old Gen 2 19. But in all my newer stuff, because those are from the 90s, one of them was actually, yeah, I think they're all from the 90s, like 91 and 94 and
Yeah.
that kind of range. But all the new ones, I haven't done any, limp wrist testing on.
It's a bummer, man. Like if
So
you
I
hold
had
it
to draw
right,
my
it goes
handgun.
bang every time. Super reliable. But if you don't hold it right, like I want to be able to just let me literally limp wrist it and just pull the trigger and have it go bang. That's it. Dan, the firearm
It'll go
guy, used
bang
to do limp wrist
once.
tests. All the guns, he would hold it sideways and go, and shoot it. They're really funny.
Yeah,
And
I'll
my
do
wife
that.
was holding it. Yeah, she shoots a full size 1911, a Sig P320, no problems, full size. Um, Ruger Max 9, no problems at all. But the grip on the Glock was just too bulky, and she couldn't get a good grip on it. I mean, she's 100 pounds and 5'1", or
Yeah,
that's with shoes on. So
yeah,
it just jammed all the time. It was such a bummer, man. I really like that
yeah.
gun. I got that gun for like $300.
My Gen 2 19, which the Gen 1s are like going for over a grand. The Gen 2s are starting to come up a lot in price. Like that Gen 2 19 from, I forget if that one's 91 or 94, but it's the serial numbers in that time range. Um, if let's see, I got it for either 300 or like 320, something really close to $300, and I could probably sell it for like 3 times that right now. I just don't. I'm never gonna sell any guns again unless I am in like,
Yeah, same.
complete and utter, like, that feeling of like selling all those guns and feeling I felt like empty inside. But you
Yeah,
know what I found after that point? I found building, and I was able to replenish my collection for a fraction of the cost. I was able to find a new skill and ability. It totally opened up like my world to understanding firearms because I was always curious. I always did what I thought was building, which was assembling like ARs and shit. But man, it's just nothing compared to like really like building that shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cool as hell.
Well,
Yeah.
that's another thing. Not to keep knocking on Glocks because I appreciate the gun. I like the platform. But when people buy Glocks, what do they do? Oh, I'm gonna change the slide. I'm gonna change the barrel. I'm gonna change the sights. I'm gonna change the trigger. Why even buy a Glock? Just buy a gun that works out of the box, or buy that. What's that company that makes all jacked up fancy Glocks?
Zev.
Yeah, just buy one of those. Oh, I have a
Yeah,
Glock. I'm changing the sights, changing the barrel, changing this. Is your Glock stock that you have?
a bunch of them are. The ones that I built are not. So when I get a Glock, if I'm going to carry it, aside from one, if I'm going to carry it, the only thing I do is I put a $20 3.5 pound connector in it and upgrade the sights. I won't change anything else. If I'm building it, you get to customize it out of the gate. So it's
Right.
for less than the cost of a factory Glock, you get, typically it depends, right? So you can go crazy on a build, but usually I get a very nice functioning firearm for less than the cost of a factory Glock.
Yeah, Shadow Systems. Someone in the chat said it. Like you can buy a Shadow Systems. I think they're like $850, $900, but they're
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
They're done. They have all the bells and whistles from the get.
Yeah, those things are dope. Damn, he does not like Glocks. He sounds so resentful about his experience with them.
No. I don't own any now, but I've owned them in the past. I've shot a bunch of them, but I don't trust them. I mean, I get a lot of people, a lot of Glockophiles come out of the woodwork and hate on me, but
Yeah, I think experiences kind of, like guide where we're going to go in the future. And I haven't had those same experiences. I have had to draw my handgun twice as well. Um, in both of those situations, like thank God, like I drew smoothly and presented smoothly, and it was good. It was also very high stress. I had a friend who always carried a Glock 30, the double stack 45 ACP Glock 30, and he carried it on a clip draw, which a clip draw is a great way to carry a Glock for some, and it prints very little. It's a cool system, but you gotta wear it with like a very thick instructor belt. Like you can't just wear it with any belt. But anyway, he was walking out of Walmart, and he had his niece and his niece and his brother, I think. Either way, he had a young girl that was his niece and family members with him. And he ended up walking out of Walmart, and this dude that looked like a total like piped up like meth head bump into the niece that was like 8 years old and like body checked her, right? And they turn around, and his I think it was his older brother was like, yo, like, dude, what the hell? Like, can you apologize? And he probably should have engaged, but whatever, it happened. And the dude turned around and was like, what? Like, he couldn't hear him. And he was like, you bumped into my daughter, like, it scared her and all this. Like, can you apologize? And he came closer, like, what? And he came closer, and then he was like, what? Like, threatening him kind of way. Dude pulled out a box cutter and gave his brother a $150 right across his face and just slit his whole shit open. So my boy goes for his Glock 30 that's like 1 o'clock appendix, in his waistband, and he grabs it and he draws it without moving his garment separately. And when he draws it, his hand catches on his shirt and he flings it out, and the handgun flies out of his hand and falls right at the feet of the dude that just cut his brother's face open. And luckily the dude saw him drawing and saw the gun and ran away. But like, you just accidentally armed an attacker with 11 rounds of 45 ACP. Like,
Not cool, man.
no, like you never know what's going to happen in that moment. Like an article of clothing could be life or death. Like practicing your draw, practicing, getting, at least getting presented in 2 seconds or less is like key.
Yeah, it's key. I had a
Yeah.
tight sweater on that I shouldn't have been wearing because I hate tight sweaters. I'm a little husky. I'm on the tactical girth side, so
I'm right there with you, brother.
so I pulled it and it got stuck, and I was like, "Mother flipper!" And then I got it out, but for that first, I had a horrible grip on it though.
Well, you think it would have malfunctioned?
No, because it was a Springfield Armory.
Oh, I thought it was a Glock.
No, that wasn't a Glock. I would never carry.
So you haven't had the same experience with
Nope.
Springfields or M&Ps?
You can hold them sideways, hold it sideways loosely, and just push on the trigger. It goes bang every time. I do it with every gun I own, every single gun I own.
Even your 1911s?
1911s, perfect. Never a flaw.
Damn.
If I have one, I had a Rock Island that was a dud. Out. That Kimber, I sent it back to Kimber. They had it back to me in a week, and now it's flawless. It runs smooth as silk.
So the point that you bring up is valid. I am a Glock lover till the day I die, even though I shoot other guns much better accuracy-wise than Glocks. You bring up a valid point. So I am willing to take the challenge, and I will do limp wristing, the limp wristing challenge. And
Yeah,
I'll
try it,
actually do
man.
videos on it.
Because someone said, "Oh, it's because it had a brand new spring. The spring has to be worn in, then it won't limp wrist jam." I'm like, well, I don't care. I'm not gonna shoot a couple $100 worth of ammo. Gun Doctor TV hates Springfield Armory, and that's interesting because I see that a lot. A lot of people hate on Springfield because something their ad agency did years ago. But the same people that hate Springfield, it was 3 guys that made that decision to back that current piece of legislation, should also hate Ruger, should also hate YouTube. They should hate Ford. They should hate GMC, Amazon, Target, all these other anti-guns that currently give all this extra gun money to these anti-gunners. Don't shop at Target. Don't buy it from Amazon. Don't go to Sears. Don't buy Levi's. I mean, if you're going to hate Springfield for a choice of 2 people, which they apologize for, then don't support all these other companies that are actively today anti-gun.
Yeah. I don't think people understand
that whole
the
anti-Springfield thing is a crock of shit. Then Rock Island Armory, not Rock Island, but Rock River, get rid of them. Ruger notoriously was anti-AR forever.
That was kind of more so Bill Ruger, though. That was like, they've changed a lot. I'm not an apologist. I'm not giving them an excuse, but I will say that if we are going to take this seriously, then we have to take action and stop feeding the beast. Now, I am quite literally feeding the beast right now by being on YouTube. And it's kind of the same thing where it's like, I have to acknowledge the world that we live in and say that, like, this is unfortunately the best platform at this point. But when it comes to other things in my life, I canceled Amazon Prime. I canceled Disney Plus. I canceled HBO Plus. I canceled ABC Mouse, which is that shit that, my daughter was using to learn on. I canceled like cable. I canceled like everything. I canceled Netflix. I'm like, I won't do it. And
we got rid of all that stuff too. But I mean, what are you going to do? Not go to Target? What about Walmart? Yeah. Walmart is not pro-gun.
Yeah.
All these places you like, all the clothes you make. I mean, if you want to be like Mr. 100% American, that's great. Try and do it. But you'll be walking around naked. Your socks, your underwear, everything's made in China. I do logistics for a living. Everything I import, it's all from Asia, South America, India.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's great to buy American. I support it 100,000%. When I can, I absolutely buy American. But
Well, the
sometimes
other
it's
thing
a
is
better
that,
choice. Hmm?
yeah, yeah, I agree. The other thing
But
is
I'm
that,
I'm just tired of people shitting on Springfield. Like honestly, it's a fantastic company. They're innovative and they're great. I mean, they apologized a couple years ago. I mean, hell, they had the mayor of the town on the apology video. They're pretty freaking serious about it. And why punish the couple thousand employees for a decision that they made a couple years ago off the cuff? And it was a shitty decision, and they took ownership of it. Done.
yeah, yeah, I
It's a done
think
deal.
that's the other thing that we need to acknowledge. It's like, you're looking at a company, right? Companies change like that with new leadership, new
Right.
ownership, and shit's just completely different. Like look at Ruger, right? Bill Ruger moves on. Sorry, I
That's a
should
good
have
way
let
to
him.
put it. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
They
he
came
moves
late to the
on.
AR game too. They were super overpriced when they got to the market. Now it's a
Yeah,
pretty good one.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna shit on Springfield only because like Benchmade. I'll shit on Benchmade. I'll shit on a lot of the other companies that you mentioned, but honestly, mostly, and it's sad to say this, but acknowledging the world that we live in, I'm just looking for a firearm that's reliable, that works, and yeah, I mean, my fucking Beretta's made in Italy. My fucking, CZ is made in Czechoslovakia.
But
My
great guns.
fucking, yeah, excellent guns. My Scorpion with a binary trigger and a can on that thing. Oh, dude, that shit is a champ. Like, love that shit. But yeah, I mean, it would have to be a movement, a national movement to achieve what we need to achieve to get our country back to being, self-sufficient. This is by design. This has crippled our country to be completely dependent on outside sources, as if it is easier
Yeah.
to import fucking like produce from other countries that have been completely doused with, well, you guys know all the shit. I'm sorry, I'm just saying, like,
No, it's
it
true
would
because
be
like
great.
everyone was against Trump and the steel industry, and they're like, "Oh, steel, that's so minimal. What's the big deal with that?" Man, Korea is undercutting China for steel. The it's it's you can buy it in bulk and ship it here, even at the inflated prices today, cheaper than it is here, just to make it here. And
Yeah,
a 40-foot container 2 years ago imported from Korea was about $4,000. Now it's more like $20,000, $25,000. From Asia, it's the same thing. You know, it went from $4,000 to like some, it's like $30,000. If it's at a gauge, where if it takes up more slots than one container, then it's could be, I've seen $90,000 for one oversized piece of equipment, and it's still cheaper to bring it in than to make it here
damn, that's crazy, man.
because we don't produce shit in the United States.
Not anymore. Those days are over, and we could if we chose to, and we don't. And we're literally filling the pockets of enemies, of people
Yeah,
that hate us, people
yeah,
that hate
isn't
our
that
culture.
nuts, man?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's the way everything, it's the way politics work, it's the way businesses work, it's the way that's why, like, I remember when I was like in my early 20s, just gotten in, deeper to the firearm world and industry, and started working at the gun store. Then you start kind of seeing all the shit, like, okay, I see the games that people are playing, and I was completely anti-NRA. But I wasn't anti-NRA for the reasons that people are today. It was because I was just learning how the game was played. And I kept hearing that, like, the NRA would be like, "Oh yeah, you want X, Y, and Z to happen? Okay, well then we'll expect X contribution." And
Yeah,
like blackmail, fucking just like disgusting ass games. Then I learned as a kid because I didn't, dude. I left school, right? Like I adopted for early retirement against my will when I was 15. So I didn't even really learn past ninth grade. Some would say, but I don't know. I'm always learning. But I guess what I mean is like I learned. I was late to the party, and I started to see really how politics work, and it is pure, just a solid, rotten core of corruption, and that trickles down to everything, even to your local sheriff, because guess what? Your local sheriff gets federal funding. There are guidelines that they must abide by
Oh yeah,
to, yeah. So you guys are smart people.
it's
You
true, man.
guys
It's
know all this shit.
politicians. It's all a dog and pony show. There's no right and left. They're all glad handing each other, making deals behind closed doors, and they all hate you.
Yeah,
They just all hate your guts. Politicians hate the people,
yeah,
and even the ones with good intentions. We had Dan Crenshaw in Texas, piece of shit.
yeah.
Don't like him.
He's a fucking
He was the first
liar.
one to turn his back on Trump.
I think I could just picture him flipping his eye patch up and seeing a perfectly working eye
No, I've
underneath
seen
of
it.
it.
It's gross. It's gross.
I
I met
know.
him
I'm
once.
fucking around. Oh, you actually met him in person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm also not a Trumper too. I don't believe that there's anything that one president could do that would fix our country.
No.
It's way too far gone.
Yeah. It
And
is. It is. It is a trying times, but man, I'm gonna go eat some grub. I'm gonna
yeah,
eat some.
man, go eat. I appreciate you going, taking the time to come on and do your
Oh
thing.
man,
And
anytime. I love just hanging out and talking guns with people and stuff. And like on the weekends, my kids get up. Fuck, they get up early, man. Jesus,
yeah,
they don't believe in sleeping in. They get up
bro, mine
earlier
was
on the weekend.
5:45.
Do they get up 5:30 and they're eating breakfast at 6 and they wake up, but they go out cold. 8
Yeah,
o'clock, they're asleep.
damn. Yeah, mine does not go back to sleep. Hold on, before you go, real quick, is this a question? Oh, Joe Morris, that's interesting. The Dukes of Hazzard was written about corrupt county sheriffs. Interesting.
Yeah, sure was. Flash,
Yeah,
get him,
that's
Flash.
crazy. Well, give a shout out one more time for your channel, where they can find you on YouTube, the Gram, all that shit, and also shout out another channel that you're interested in or want to support.
Oh man, so I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe to my channel. You don't have to, but it's free. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like it. But over the next probably month or two, I want to do a lot more reviews. I was doing a lot of lives. I have a pretty busy February, but I'm going to change it to just Thursday nights. Just concentrate on, instead of quantity, quality. I want to have really interesting people on. So I hope you come click in for the live streams. I'd love it. And just have a good time, man. And I try and answer all the emails. And, speaking of red dots, I gave away 2 red dots randomly because at the end of my last SHOT Show video, my number 3, I said, if you've watched all the way to the end, watch the next video. And I'm going to say red dot in that timeline and then send me an email and I'll pull. So I had like 75 people that watched the 3rd video all the way to the end that entered for the 4th.
Damn.
And I picked 2 people. So I'm sending out 2 red dots Monday.
That's awesome, man.
So I do giveaways, man. Everything I make from the channel, I put back in. For me, this is a passion project. I do meet and greets in Houston, Texas. So if you're in Houston, sign up for one of my meet and greets. Usually I cap them at like 35 people, but it's free. So I the range usually charges like $20, but I provide, lunch, kick-ass raffle. We give away a lot of stuff and we shoot, just have a good time, man. It's just what we do.
Funny. Everything that I've made from the channel went into my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. No, dude, I appreciate having you on, man. Would love to have you on again. Would love to come on your show too. Yeah, man. I don't think I'd qualify as the interesting.
Oh, no,
deep
no,
dive.
no, no, no. If you come
Yeah.
on, we're going to do a deep dive in your YouTube. All the
No,
secrets are coming out.
I love diving real deep.
It'll be DLD in the light.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
There
All
you
right, man.
go.
Go eat your food, brother. Thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Anytime, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Thank you.
All right, later. That was cool having him on, man. He's a good dude, man. I would encourage all you guys to go sub to his channel, man. He's got some real interesting shit, and he's just really like authentic and a genuine person. And even if he has differing opinions on Glocks, I won't hold him accountable for that. Somebody nuke that bot for me. Yeah, and Truth Seeker. If Truth Seeker is in here, shout out in comments real quick, man. I'll holler at you real quick. Yeah, guys. So appreciate all y'all coming in, man. I think when you're a kid and you hear your parents say something, and they say it again, they say it again, and they say it again. You kind of go on autopilot, and you don't listen to them, and you don't take the words that they're saying seriously. And I think that's something that we all do, regardless of what it may be about. And I want to encourage you guys to truly take a moment and reflect on what I'm saying when I say that rule number 1 is be kind. It is the most important thing that you can do, not only for others, but for yourself. Be kind. Rule number 1. 2, live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. I promise you, if you bless others, you will be blessed in return. That is just how the world works. It's good karma. Next, we all know that the only thing that stops evil is good men skilled in violence. So make sure that you are becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be as you remain a good person. And also be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. Yeah, it's a long sign off, man. But you know what? It's important to me. Those words are important to me. Also, I got this. A couple people hit me up and asked, like, what was that on your finger? When I was building the MUP 1 and the SIG 320 from JST Supply, holler at me if you want the affiliate link, because I can't put it in the description because YouTube will my videos. But we do have an affiliate link through Brownells, through JST Supply, also through HCM holsters, which is literally the best Kydex on the market, hands down. Beautiful wrap, like multicam, black multicam, like crazy shit. Deadpool holsters, they're Louis Vuitton holsters, they're gorgeous. If you're curious about that, then go follow my boy P80 Ralph at Strike80 Ralph on Instagram, and you'll be able to see all that shit. Thank you, Heath, Bob, Mike, Come Out in PLA. Come Out in PLA, man. I really do genuinely appreciate you. Seriously, everything that you've done, and all y'all, man. You guys that show up here, it is a tremendous relief when I got all this stress and all this craziness going on in my life, and I come down and I fire up the stream and I turn on the computer and I see all y'all chilling, just waiting. Like, it inspires me, man. It pushes me. It encourages me. And I'm going to continue doing this regardless of what others think or want. I'm not going to stop. 80s are outlawed. I'm not going to stop. And I will say that on record right now. I don't care. I will be the one practicing peaceful, very peaceful civil disobedience and noncompliance. Because the only way that laws have teeth, the only way that unconstitutional laws have teeth, is if they are abided by the general public. And it is our responsibility to disregard laws, even if they're from an ATF determination letter. And I'm not encouraging anyone to break the law. I'm saying what I intend to do. I will not stop privately manufacturing firearms, period. I will not. So Alphabet boys out there, I know the situation. I know you're watching, and that's okay. I hope you're getting paid overtime for the shit. Like, man, why is Dark got to stream so late? You know, sitting next to your wife with an AirPod in, watching this shit. Come May, and I'm gonna do a video on the impending rules and restrictions with 80% receivers and pistol braces coming in May and August. If you guys don't know. The bullshit that's coming in Maryland, man, that shit better stop, or you guys are queuing up a very scary situation. And I would love to keep this beautiful country intact, even though it's fallen to shit. I would love to have a place where, whether someone represents the left or the right or red or blue or up or down or whatever, that we see each other as brothers and sisters and take care of each other. But we don't. We can't look past our own ideals to contribute to another person, to be kind to another person. Like, what the fuck has happened? We're breaking. Society has broken. So the next time you see somebody that's like, guns are bad, guns should be illegal, there's no reason you need a weapon of war, talk to them, ask them questions. But look at them as a brother or a sister, somebody that you care about and that you love, a child of God. It'll totally change your perspective. Not as somebody you dislike or disagree with or hate. We just need to get the hate out of our hearts, man. This place has turned us in. Yeah, goddamn. Excuse me. I love all y'all. I want all y'all to be safe and keep coming back. I love seeing y'all here. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming. Peace out. Keep that thing.